It's week 2 of the Texas high school football season, and after a tough road battle at the Tomato Bowl, the Sulphur Springs Wildcats escaped with a narrow victory, while their I-30 rival, the Mount Pleasant Tigers, won their season opener by multiple scores. These two teams come into tonight with the same record, but only one will remain undefeated. Last year, they were able to renew a rivalry, with the Wildcats coming out victorious. Will Sulphur Springs grab another win, or will the Tigers of Mount Pleasant even up the score?
We are live from Mount Pleasant, Texas for another edition of Friday Night Lights, Texas high school football. Both of these teams come in here 1-0, but only one will have a chance to walk away undefeated. If you hung out with us last week, thank you so much and welcome back. If this is your first time joining us, I'm your play-by-play guy, Tyler Lennon, and I'm joined by my favorite person to spend Friday nights with, Wildcat legend Ryan Humphreys. Ryan, how are we feeling, man?
I'm flattered. Man, I'm good. It's obviously, this is a big week for more reasons than it's week 2. We're coming off a win. Mount Pleasant's coming off a win. But it's Mount Pleasant Sulphur Springs week. That's a big deal. That's not a district opponent anymore, but there's definitely been a family member in the players' families that have played against Mount Pleasant, be it baseball, basketball, softball, football, anything. I know that always got me going during the week. It's Mount Pleasant week, and so I think we're gonna get a good one tonight.
For sure. We kind of got to renew the rivalry last year, and Wildcats get a 34-17 win. Mount Pleasant's going to be trying to even up the score tonight, I feel like.
No question. Mount Pleasant, I think that they're going to be greatly improved from last year. Big win over Pittsburgh last week. And, Sulphur Springs, I think that last week, obviously, very happy that we're 1-0, very happy we got the win. But I think there's a small amount of disappointment. I think that they were hoping maybe to be a little smoother on offense, maybe not give up as many big plays. And, we won by 13 last week, but that felt like a closer game than 13
Yeah, it didn't
points.
Really feel like a 13-point win necessarily.
I agree.
We do have a ton of stuff to get to throughout the pregame show. Obviously, at some point, we're going to get everyone's favorite segment in the pregame show, Hump's Keys to Victory. But before we go too much further, want to make sure everyone is aware of who is bringing you the pregame show, and that is our good friend Shelby Gamble with CBJ Custom Apparel. Shelby Gamble is your East Texas corporate sales rep for CBJ Custom Apparel. She takes a customer service approach to apparel decoration, merchandise, and custom designs for businesses and nonprofit organizations. Give her a call at 903-348-4382. Ryan, we always, for anyone that doesn't know, we always kind of start with the opposing team, and then we get to our Wildcats. As you've mentioned, this is a very good Mount Pleasant team. They've got a number of players I want to look out for in the secondary alone. Antez Jeffrey and Latrisson Thompson. These are two D1 guys. Jeffrey committed to A&M Commerce, and then Thompson committed to La Tech. In the secondary alone, that's huge.
No question. It's going to be a lot of fun to see how Skylar Lewis reacts to that. Obviously, I think he's a future Division I caliber kid.
Agreed.
You've got Brady Driver, who's got college interest at the quarterback position. So watching those two navigate through a deep secondary is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, I think so. Looking on the offensive side, obviously Mason McMinn is a player that we've seen before. Last week alone, he was 20 of 27 passing, 188 yards. Now, he did have a couple of turnovers, but 2 touchdowns and then a rushing touchdown. He's a very, very talented kid.
Yeah, and, that's going to be part of my Hump's Keys to Victory. He's a guy, if I remember correctly last year, he got a really good knack for extending the play. He's very slippery.
And we saw some of that from last week, too, going back and watching some of the film.
Yes.
Very good outside of the pocket.
Well, and just, you think you got him. You think you got him wrapped up. Big tackle for loss, and he gets the ball out. And we're going to have to limit that tonight because that can really stick a knife in your side.
Yeah, and then in the run game, they have a sophomore, Tony Grant. He only had 9 carries last week. 84 yards and a touchdown.
Efficient.
Yeah, especially
efficient.
From a sophomore running back.
Yep.
If you're the Wildcats defense, how are you approaching a team like this that can get it done both in the air, but then also, again, like you said, efficient?
Yeah, no, you got to fly around. And I think last week there were some great spurts of that, and where I felt like, okay, the defense is starting to hit their stride. And then Jacksonville's ability to create the big play. It seemed like, when they had to have a huge play on 3rd down or 4th and long or snap over our head, they convert. We got to limit that. And I felt like last week that was kind of what made it a much closer game. We just 75% of the time we were doing exactly what we needed to do, but the other 25 we were just coming up short on defense.
I will say I think Jacksonville was a much better week 1 opponent than we all thought they were going to be.
Question.
But, of course, the combo of Jermaine Taylor and then McCown.
Yep.
Probably 2 D1 guys.
Yep.
So I think that's definitely a much better test than it may have looked like it was going to be on paper.
I agree. Whatever the Dave Campbell spread was, 15 points. I think Jacksonville was much, much better than that. And I believe I really see Jacksonville winning a lot of football games this year.
Yeah, I think so as well. Obviously, we don't know their schedule, but I agree with you. I think that's a team that can win a lot of games, probably even make the playoffs. Which I do want to say, we can go ahead and start looking at some of our guys. You mentioned the Dave Campbell's thing. Obviously, they do give a prediction and a spread every week. We've already talked about this, but for anyone that doesn't know, this week's for Sulphur Springs Mount Pleasant, it was quote-unquote too close to call.
So basically a zero.
They did give Sulphur Springs a 50.1% chance of winning, but that's close.
Yeah, no, that's definitely close. And I think a big part of that is they're both 1-0. It's an interstate battle. It's a big rivalry. Goes back many years, and so you see it in like a Texas OU type deal. No matter what one side or the other has, the other side's going to bring it. I mean, it's so I think tonight's going to be no different.
And I think you had mentioned it as well, but much improved. I mean, Sulphur Springs won 34-17 last year, so you're looking at a multiple score game, and now it's too close to call.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think we'll go ahead and start to get into it. I think, obviously, if Sulphur Springs brings their A game, if they play the way that they can play, they should win this game. But I think it's going to take that. I think you're going to have to bring it. I don't think you can get off to the slow start you got off to last week.
That's what I was going to say. I do think Sulphur Springs wins this game, and I think they can win it by multiple scores. However, if we get off the bus like we did last week, this one's going to be close. And last week there were moments where it was a bit uneasy, and there were times where I felt like, okay, I think Jacksonville was gonna kind of take this over and not give it back. Sulphur Springs obviously had other plans, got it done when it mattered. They went 1-0 last week, and they're gonna have to bring it tonight to go 1-0 this week.
Yeah, I think so. I want to get both into players who performed well last week, but also in the same game last year. And I think it all starts with, I'll go ahead and spoiler alert, who will be my player to watch, or my prediction for player of the game tonight, Malachi Rowland, who from everything we've heard should be back this week. Last year against Mount Pleasant, he was huge. He had 133 rushing yards, averaged over 7 yards per carry and a touchdown. Obviously, that's a big ask for your first game of the season and coming back from an injury, but I think this is going to be a big game or a big opportunity anyway for Malachi.
I totally agree with you there. I think that we need to get the run game going. We need to get Cam Jefferson, get Rose Luke, get Malachi, get Brady involved. In the second half of last week when Brady started, it seemed like there were more designed runs for Brady instead of just dropping back. And obviously, we're very good at throwing the ball. We can succeed throwing it, but if it's a run night, it's a run night. That's okay. And so you just got to take what they give you. And I think there's going to be some good running opportunities tonight.
I think so as well. And Brady did well in the run game against Mount Pleasant last year. He had 50 yards and a couple of touchdowns, as well as 169 passing and 1 passing touchdown. Again, it all kind of runs through Brady Driver, so that feels a bit redundant. But like you said, I think this will be another good opportunity for him to run as well.
Yeah, no question. And I think that it is week 2. Last week there was some obvious miscommunications in some of the deeper balls. I think tonight, hopefully, we kind of clean that up. And I touched on that. It's high school football. It's week 1. It's going to be sloppy. And so let's hope that we're 7 days better than we were last week, and I bet we are.
I think so as well. One we saw in week 1, the Brady Driver to Skylar Lewis connection is already there, and I believe this was in last year's game, this was Skylar Lewis's first career touchdown. Last week he had 5 catches for 54 yards. It definitely seems like they're already, really they've got their connection down. But outside of that, only 3 completed passes. Jackson Hare, Chris Adams, and Wyatt Watson all had 1. I would like to see, as great as Skylar is, and you want to get him the ball as much as possible, I would like to see some other guys get involved tonight.
Well, and that leads in right to my player to watch tonight, and that's Jackson Hare.
Nice.
He was a little banged up last week, kind of from the scrimmages, maybe some 2-a-day stuff, but I bet he's healthy tonight and going to get some more playing time there. He had the 1 catch last week
for 50 yards.
It was kind of a no-nothing pass. We think, okay, going to be a good, nice little 4-yard gain, and it turns out to be a 50-yard gain because Jackson's that type of player. And so get the ball in his hands, and I think that what you're talking about, where obviously Skylar Lewis is our guy, that needs to be the focal point, but getting yards, getting the tough catches from other positions is going to free Skylar up that much more.
I think so as well. Looking on the defensive side of things, these are guys that we mentioned a lot, but in last year's game against Mount Pleasant, Ty Bobby was huge. He had 9 tackles, and Nathan Andrews had the 1 sack of the night. Again, I think two of the more veteran leaders of this defense, so they're going to kind of always be the players to watch on that side. But I think tonight it's going to be huge for those two guys.
Yeah, no question. Nathan Andrews last week was just – it won't show it on the stat sheet, but he was wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Absolutely.
I mean, just literally and figuratively knocking people's heads off.
Literally.
And so that with a play extending quarterback like Mount Pleasant is going to have tonight, we've got to be smart on the defensive line. Okay, get after him. Go. Be aggressive, but we can't. Nothing after the whistle. Guys that stay up. They run around. It's an easy way to get a cheap shot or a 15-yard penalty.
Right.
I was really good at it when I was playing quarterback because I was able to stay up just a little bit longer to get a big helmet to helmet and 15 more yards. And so Sulphur Springs has to be careful with that tonight.
Yeah, I think so. Another player I do want to mention, he's become kind of our favorite over here, Zach Thomas. He was huge in week one. He did have a sack. He had a pass deflection. And then, like you said, a lot of stuff that you're not going to see in the box score necessarily. I think it's another opportunity for him to have a great game.
Well, if I had to pick a guy that I didn't necessarily know his name before the game, but then I really highlighted in my head, it's Zach Thomas.
Absolutely.
Running down on kickoff, making tackles, getting after the quarterback early in the game. I mean, that's what you have to have. That on the defense side of the ball, you need that just aggressive, just almost tenacious guy on that defensive side. And wearing number 0, it kind of looks cool.
Love it. We're going to get to Hump's Keys to Victory in just one second. But one more thing I did want to mention. You had talked about, extra yardage from penalties and stuff. We saw it got really chippy last week, both verbally and physically. How do you think that's just a week 1 thing? Do you think that's something they've had kind of time to work on this week, or do you think we're going to see something similar tonight?
I'll tell you one thing. It's the talk of the town because I couldn't go anywhere in public this week without someone coming up to me and going, what did you think of the officiating last week?
Yeah.
It was pretty hard to commentate on because there was a lot of downtime with, we threw the flag. We don't know what we're talking about. We need to conversate. Do we move it this way, move it that way? Made it really tough on us.
It did.
Made it really tough on the players. I mean, starting and stopping and all that. You get out of a groove. And so tonight, and this is actually going to be kind of one of my Hump's Keys to Victories, we just don't worry about any of that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about any of that. It's going to be what it's going to be. But I'm thinking it's going to be a little cleaner tonight.
Well, we keep kind of tiptoeing around it. I say we go ahead and do it. It's time for everyone's favorite segment of the pregame show, Hump's Keys to Victory. Ryan, take it away.
It did seem like tonight a lot of the pregame talk was things that I'm going to get into because and that's good because it's important stuff. And number 1 is establish the run. You talked about getting Malachi rolling back tonight. You've got Cam Jefferson. You got Rose Luke. I thought in the first half of last week's game we got away from the run. Mm-hmm. As soon as we come out of the locker room, we get back to the run. We get some quick first downs. And running is obviously you can be a pass-first team, but if you're successful on the ground, it's going to make the passing that much easier because defenses they're not able to just focus on the pass. They can't drop everybody back. And so those quick yardage, just 4-yard game, 5-yard game, 2-yard game, that is huge coming out of the run.
And with as deadly as this passing game can be, if you can get that run game rolling, it's just going to help it out that much more. And this is kind of our first look at this trio of running backs. So I agree with you. Establish the run.
Absolutely. So number 2, we are going to limit the big play. Last week, I thought that Jacksonville, what they did better than us was when they needed a 20-yard gain or they needed a 3rd and 13, they went and got it.
Yep.
We saw they had the snap issue where it just kept going behind McCown, kept going behind him. He finally picks one up and completes just what would have been the play of the game if the Indians win that one. But we've got to limit the big play. Mount Pleasant, they've got a second effort quarterback, I like to call it. He's able to extend the plays. DBs, you got to stay on your guy. You got to stay on your guy. Even if it seems a little bit long, like, okay, he can't still be running around. He might be.
Right.
We've got to limit the big play tonight.
And then finally, number 3.
Number 3, and I almost said it. I didn't want to give it away, but control the controllable. And what that means, Tyler, is these players, they can't control the refs. They can't control what they throw a flag on. They can't control, what's going on? Why don't they understand anything? They can control effort. They can control anything after the whistle. Those are decision mistakes. Mm-hmm. It's like I talked on this last week. Holding is an accident. Pass interference, those happen. Hitting after the whistle, jawing on the sidelines, helmet to helmet, those are decisions.
Right.
And so we've got to, those hidden yards that we're giving from penalties, that will make or break this game tonight.
Yeah, and like you said, it's kind of been the talk of the town, but everyone I talked to as well, the first thing they mentioned was officiating, and the thing that I kept saying is as long as you're playing the best you can play, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it helps a lot.
It will take care of itself.
It will.
If we're doing what we need to be doing and we're not, committing silly penalties, it's going to take care of itself, and Sulphur Springs will be just fine.
Agreed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting close to kickoff. Before we do, want to hear some words from our sponsors real quick, from our advertisers, and we'll be back to get you to kickoff.
My name is Shelby Gamble, your East Texas corporate sales rep for CBJ Custom Apparel. At CBJ, I take a customer service-centered approach to apparel decoration, merchandise, and custom designs for businesses and nonprofit organizations. I will work side by side with you throughout your embroidery, screen print, or sublimation project to ensure everything turns out great. Choose from our selection of high-quality materials and watch your business shine. Give me a call at 903-348-4382 for all your custom apparel needs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting close to kickoff here in Mount Pleasant. Looking around, dude, it feels like a Friday night. We got a good crowd. We got a lot of people here. It feels like a Friday night.
For sure, and I thought last week it was a pretty good crowd for the 2-hour drive, but obviously in this one, and I think the away side's going to fill up even more in the next 12 minutes. But 35 minutes, go get your 2 senoritas before the game, and let's watch some Friday night football. I'm excited, Tyler.
I agree with you. I don't. Did we give an official prediction yet? We've been doing that every week. We can do that, or we can do players or player of the game predictions. I'll let you. I'll tell you what. Where we go on that.
I want to talk about the new segment we're doing this year.
Yes.
And the tunnel. I wish you guys could see it, but it's actually got red.
It does.
Shining lights. Tyler, if there's a 10 out of 10, I feel like that's got to really set the bar for this early Texas high school football season. Mount Pleasant with the really neat tunnel.
It does have a very neat tunnel.
So predictions. So I think last week we did actually give a score prediction.
You did.
Okay.
I'm bad at the score predictions. I can give you what I like point wise.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
I agree with you. And we had also talked about size doesn't necessarily matter when it comes to rating. And again, I agree because it's not the biggest tunnel you're going to see, but it's close to a 10 out of 10.
So score prediction, Tyler. I think I texted you earlier in the day. I'm feeling 31-21 Sulphur Springs Wildcats.
31-21.
That's kind of what I'm feeling. I think a 7 to 10 point game for the good guys. But again, I think that's a 7 to 10 point game that's coming down to the last couple of drives.
I think so as well. I think I will also give it to the Wildcats tonight. I think it could be one of those where either we score on a last drive to win, or maybe you are up by a couple scores, but Mount Pleasant stays in it. They score again at the end. So I'll give it about a touchdown.
So I'll double down and I'll say that Sulphur Springs will be winning, and it's going to take a defensive stop to really close it out.
I like that.
It's going to come down to the defense.
And I think we could see the defense get a stop. Looking at our players of the game predictions, I'll give one on offense and defense. I'm going to give it to Malachi Rowland on the offense. Again, this is his first game back. He was huge against Mount Pleasant last year, and I think he's ready to get back out there.
I'll stick with it, and I expect the Mount Pleasant secondary to really key in on Skyler. And so give me Jackson Hare. You kind of stuck with your guy. I'll stuck with my guy. Now on defense, because he is a hot name in this press box right now, give me Zach Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see that kid fly around.
So I was also going to give it to Zach, but for the sake of parity, give me Ty Bobby. He was huge last week, and again, guys in the secondary might be having to step up. He's one of the senior leaders or the more veteran leaders.
Yep.
Has been great so far in everything we've seen, and was great against Mount Pleasant last week. So I'm going to go with Ty Bobby tonight.
Yep, and with an injury in the secondary, no Austin Chaney tonight. We are going to, like you said, there's going to have to be some leadership in that defensive backfield, and I think Ty Bobby is going to have to step up to the plate.
Another one I would throw at you, Braxton Wall. I feel like we talked about, someone that you might not have known. We had mentioned this with Zach Thomas. I really didn't know a ton about Braxton Wall going into this season, but in the scrimmages he really showed out, and then week one I thought he showed out again.
Yeah, and then your usual Laren Vaughn, Nathan Andrews. I think those guys are going to make big plays tonight. But it's going to be one of those where it's not going to come easy. We're going to have to start fast, and I think we're just going to have to when I was in high school, Matt Young, he always used to talk about that football is a roller coaster. There's a lot of highs and there's a lot of lows, and how you react to those that's what the outcome's going to be. And we're going to make mistakes tonight. We're going to score points tonight. I guarantee we score points, and I guarantee that there are moments where we're kicking ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
And that's part of it. And the team that's able to react from the highs and lows best tonight will come away victorious.
Real quick, while I'm thinking about it, a couple shout-outs I wanted to give. One, Alex King, or as we call him, Alex the Intern. He had a birthday this past week. Want to give a big happy birthday, or a happy belated, I guess, to Alex. And then today is actually Tyreek's, Coach Ty's birthday.
There you go.
Big birthdays, shout-outs to them. Ryan, we're getting close to kickoff here. We got about 8.5 minutes on the scoreboard. What are the vibes right now? Again, because you and I had each kind of talked about, you do get the win last week, but I think everyone agreed probably would have wanted to play a little bit better.
I think obviously you would rather play bad and win than feel like you played good enough to win and come up short. And so obviously we're thrilled that the Wildcats are 1-0. However, I think to your point, they feel like maybe they left some opportunity out on the field last Friday. And so tonight, if I'm a player, I'm feeling all week, I'm in the film room. What did I do? What did I do that I can easily improve on this next week? So if there was a lot of that going on, they obviously, they should feel hungry tonight to go out and be better and do the best that they can. And I think I think that they will. I know the coaches obviously had them very prepared this week. It's a big game. Lots of uncles, dads, brothers, cousins have played against the Mount Pleasant Tigers, and so there's some extra motivation there.
I think so, and I actually think it may be kind of a best thing that could have happened, or a best case scenario, because again, you do get the win, so you get the momentum that you're looking for, but you also get kind of that wake up call without having to take a loss.
No question. And again, I think that obviously you'd rather play not your best and still win than play really good and come up short. But like you're saying, there is going to be they're hungry. I'll say that they want to be better. They know that they maybe weren't the cleanest last week, but it was week one. And I didn't mention it in Hump's Keys to Victory, but the ultimate goal tonight, regardless of anything we've said, is go 1-0.
I forgot to set you up for it.
They got to
That's
go
my fault.
1-0 this week. That is the ultimate goal, and so we're really excited for Wildcat football tonight.
We are, and speaking of, the Wildcats are getting ready to come out of the tunnel over here. Before they do, again, I just want to give a big thank you to our pregame advertiser, Shelby Gamble with CBJ Custom Apparel. Shelby Gamble is your East Texas corporate sales rep for CBJ Custom Apparel. She takes a customer service approach to apparel decoration, merchandise, and custom designs for businesses and nonprofit organizations. Give her a call at 903-348-4382 for all your custom apparel needs. Yeah, I'm excited. We've got a fun I-30 matchup for you, and here come the Mount Pleasant Tigers. They've got some fun smoke coming off that flag. I don't know that we've ever seen that.
Yeah, big fan of the entrance, man. The smoke, the lighted tunnel. I mean, that's high quality.
That is high quality.
What do we think about the black on black uniforms? I think it's a good look.
Love it. Very Mizzou.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Yep, Missouri vibes.
And I always thought Mizzou has very cool. Black and yellow go well together.
Black and yellow is a good look. The Steelers, obviously, very, very prominent in the black and yellow world.
We got a good look at your Sulphur Springs Wildcats down here. Here come, for the second time this season, here come your Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Looking to improve to 2-0 on the year.
We do have the upside down flag. That was, we got to work on that coming out of the tunnel. There's my John Madden in the stands comment for the night.
Oh, and
I would have circled that.
It was Nathan Andrews carrying the flag tonight.
There you go.
Next year, in year 3, we'll get you the
year 3. That's my. I want a marker. Give me a marker.
I also want you to have it. I think that would be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting close to kickoff. If this is your first time joining us, Ryan and I are going to step aside just for a second for the national anthem and everything, but then you're stuck with us for the next few hours. I think we're getting ready to do that now. It sure looks like we are anyway. Got a fun look at the Wildcat sideline down there. Big shout out to camerawoman Chloe Copel for always bringing us those, and of course, shout out to cameraman Jeremy DeLorge, camerawoman Abby Tips, and then the producer man, Corey Hankins.
The producer man.
Love it.
I like it.
Sing our national anthem.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for some Texas high school football here in Mount Pleasant. Again, both of these teams come into the game 1-0. Only one of them will get to continue their undefeated season, and we both have made predictions for the Wildcats tonight.
1-0, 1-0.
Have we ever not both given a prediction for the Wildcats, though?
Well, you know, this isn't the this is the Sulphur Springs Wildcats.
I think we've I think we do a pretty good job of walking the line of not being biased, but it's the Wildcats, you know.
I definitely think we do a good job. I mean, we tell it like it is. Obviously, we're watching the football game as it unfolds, but there's certainly not a Friday night where I'm not coming into it hoping that the Sulphur Springs Wildcats come away victorious. There's no question about that.
As we look down here at the coin toss and everything, we're big tails never fails guys over here.
I'm sticking with it, but I will say that if I do win the toss, give me the ball tonight.
I agree.
We started out slow on offense in the first half. We're going to quickly show that we're ready to rock tonight. We're going to go get 7, and that's going to be a really great step in the right direction in this first half.
Yeah, I agree. Last year, a lot of the times you and I said, like, why don't we start with the blue barrage? Let's start with the defense and go get a stop. And while I do feel the same way, I do think our defense is more than capable of getting a stop. I agree with you. Kind of got off to a slow start last week, especially offensively. Give me the ball, and let's really get the momentum rolling.
I totally agree.
I think we're deferring.
There we go.
Okay.
Well, that's why we're not calling it.
It is why we're not calling it. So it's looking like.
I do like it, though, because if you get a quick defensive stop and then do what we're saying and go get 7, now half of the first quarter is gone and the Wildcats are up 7-0. And so that line of thinking, I'm great with deferring.
Yeah. As we get ready for our first drive of the night, going to go ahead and start telling you about some of our advertisers, starting with our friends over at J. Hodge Chevrolet. They have the most awarded vehicles at the most awarded dealership. Their knowledgeable sales staff is ready to help you find the car of your dreams. J. Hodge Chevrolet are even such big supporters of the Sulphur Springs Wildcats that they're located on Wildcat Way. Find new roads at J. Hodge Chevrolet, and remember, don't overpay. Go CJ.
That was my favorite one from last year.
Yeah.
Very, very catchy.
Yeah, I like the I like the little tagline there.
I'll tell you another guy we didn't bring up that I was very impressed with last week is Eric Rodriguez.
Yeah,
we talked about
kicker
him.
Eric Rodriguez.
Not really a football background. It's kind of his first go at it. He's a soccer kid. There were a couple times last week where, we were saying, okay, we expect the pooch here, and he would just boot it through the end zone.
Yeah, there was the one. So we had scored and gotten the celebration flag. So then you're pushed back 15 yards, and he still booted it. They ended up starting that drive on the 28.
And
so it was essentially
I'm talking about how this one's going to start on the 40 or 50, and it was just the same as a touchback. And so, that goes a long way. And here we go.
Another good kick to the end zone, so it will be a touchback.
That's big time, man. You can do that consistently. There's a spot at the next level as a kicker.
And we will get our first look at the Wildcat defense. Again, they were solid last week. Looking at some of these players to watch, defensive end Nathan Andrews, again, flying around all over the place last week. He was solid. Day Hall, another fun player on the defensive line we like to watch out for. And Braxton Wall, mentioned him last week. He had a great week 1. Ty Bobby, he was my prediction for defensive player tonight. Truth Holmes, maybe your favorite name on the defense.
Great name.
If we get a look at the Mount Pleasant offense, they're passing on this first play. And there's Braxton Wall with a big wrap-up. He's a fun player to watch. Mount Pleasant getting ready to go quickly, it looks like. McMinn keeping it himself. Great run from McMinn. He's still going all the way past the 50. Like you said, he's a dangerous quarterback.
Yeah, he's gonna do a lot of moving around with his feet tonight. Obviously, the Sulphur Springs front seven loves to get after the quarterback, and we do have a penalty on this play, Tyler.
Oh yeah, good eye. We see a great look at the flag down here.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, we're walking in the right direction. We're signaling the right stuff. We've got holding on the offense, and the big play is coming back.
And Ryan, you and I can actually see the scoreboard in the down distance tonight, so that's good.
It was a week 1 for all of us last week, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna get second and a long way. That's obviously not how you want to start the drive for the Tigers.
McMinn rolling out. Sack, but there is a flag on the play.
He just went in a little high right there.
It looks like that was sophomore TJ Bolden.
Again, and I think I even talked about that. You had the easy sack, but he's just that last second getting out of the way. He's able to duck his head, and it looks like he pulls his helmet off, and I don't even know if that was necessary. And so great play by McMinn there.
Ryan, I have a wild update for you. For any of our viewers watching now that also watch Down and Out, which you can watch right here on Chad's Media every Wednesday, we have another hint from Tiger Shadowclaw. He is here tonight.
Wow, okay. There we go.
So all the yardage you got from the flag a second ago has now been given back and then some. It's going to make it second and about 3, I believe. Yeah.
Interesting drive so far.
It is an interesting drive, and we've only been 40 seconds into this game. Almost another sack. That was Laren Vaughn. Zach Thomas getting there. Pass is incomplete, and that was Braxton Wall way down here in coverage.
As you can see, we're already seeing a lot of second chance effort out of McMinn for the Tigers, and he dodged a potential sack there. He's looking downfield, and it's gonna be one of those nights for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna bring up 2nd and 10 from the 32. Love the clock we've got here tonight, Ryan, underneath our scoreboard. It's a fun look.
Now, how is it 2nd and 10?
After the
I thought it was 2nd and 4.
I thought it was as well, but then they changed it to 1st and 10. It's a give on 2nd down. Staying up, and again past the 50. Yeah, I also thought it was 2nd and short, and it was, and then at the last second,
okay,
there
we go. Big run by Mount Pleasant there.
Ryan, we still got tons of people piling in. Look at
that. Yeah, quite the line.
Mount Pleasant getting ready to go quickly. It's a give. And there's that Tony Grant that I mentioned earlier, just a sophomore. He was huge last week. What did I say? It was 8 carries, I believe, 9 carries. 84 yards and a touchdown on just 9 carries. And he's already looking good tonight. Smaller, kind of a smaller back it looks like. But
seems like Mount Pleasant, we'll see. But, Jacksonville, they'd get a first down and then hurry up to the ball. And Mount Pleasant did the same there. So it'll be something to watch.
Man keeping it himself. Pass is complete, knocked out of bounds.
You're going to see more of Malachi Clayton tonight with Austin Chaney out, and so that's a big opportunity. Obviously, he wants to be a lockdown guy on the outside and picked up the tackle there.
3rd and 3. We'll see what their approach is. Looking back to pass. Pass is complete to Grant. Grant's got the first down and brought down by Bobby.
What I was saying earlier is, when I was playing quarterback, there were times where teams that did blitz a lot and did have a lot of backfield pressure, if I could get past that first wave of pressure, and I'm watching the McMinn kid, and he does a good job at that, then you're off to the races.
Yeah.
Because that second line of defense is covering downfield, and so you got to be careful with how much pressure you're sending against a guy that can run the rock.
McMinn keeping himself this time. Nathan Andrews brings him down, but may have been enough for the first down. If not, it's going to be very close. And Mount Pleasant rolling here to get the night started. Yep, and moves the chains. 1st and 10 from the 26.
High-scoring game tonight or low-scoring game? Last week we were we thought it was going to be a high-scoring game. It was not.
I think tonight will be more of a high-scoring game. Again, pass complete.
Oh, it's not in there. On those
screens,
on those screens, you got to be careful coming in too far, because you've got a big D lineman looking to take somebody's head off for sure.
Yeah, it's a pretty big loss. But is that going to be 4 yards or so?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 2nd and 14. Yeah, of course, I have the benefit now of saying it's going to be a high-scoring game, as we're seeing them drive pretty quickly. But
Right,
I would have said the same thing before the game,
right.
I think. And rolling this way. And he's able to get rid of it.
That's got to be intentional grounding.
I would have thought.
He's inside the pocket. It doesn't get across the line of scrimmage. Number 75 nearly makes the catch.
Looking at the replay here, Larian Vaughn almost has him. And then T.J. Bolden, who we've already seen once tonight, seeing some good stuff from the sophomore tonight.
I'm thinking there's no way that's not intentional grounding.
Seen him discuss it now.
Yeah,
there it is.
It has to be intentional grounding. I thought 75 was actually about to make the play there. Kind of looked at it like, what am I supposed to do with this? But again, McMinn, right there, that's an obvious sack. We've got him, and he's able to get that ball out, and it's gonna ultimately end up being a sack and a loss of 15 or so. But he's squirmy, that's for sure.
Yeah, so it was 2nd and 14. So now it's going to be
3rd and
29?
Yep. Ish.
I think the approach here is get as many of the yards back as you can. You don't necessarily have to get the first down, depending on where it's at. But
kind of in that gray area.
Yeah.
It kept happening last week where it's too far to kick a field goal, but you're really the margin of what you're going to lose by punting is not really enough.
Now, obviously, if you don't get at least half the yardage back, you very well might find yourself just electing to punt here, but will all be dependent on how they do on 3rd down. We got Ryan waving at some fans already.
Well,
not fans, but
fiance is from Mount Pleasant. She didn't graduate from Mount Pleasant now, because I would not be able to, wouldn't be able to live myself on that. But I do want to give her a shout out. The family's here.
Shout out to Jill.
Yeah. I want to say, actually, the last time she was at a Mount Pleasant Tigers game was my senior year.
Oh, really?
We were able to get the win that night. Probably the coldest game I ever played, but that's certainly one that sticks with me. That was a big win on the road.
So her and Mount Pleasant might be good luck for the Wildcats.
Yeah, right.
Ryan, we still have a huge line of cars piling in.
Oh, I know. I guess everybody got stuck at 2 senoritas. That had to be what happened.
Looking like it's going to be another big communication night with the officiating. last week's game was one of the longest games, maybe the longest game we've ever called. And
I'm really not sure what we're discussing. We got an intentional grounding. It is loss of down, so that makes it third. It's a spot foul, and so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not either. Well, now we're going to do some more talking.
Goodness gracious.
While we are, I feel like it's a good time to give a big shout out to our friends over at Sabo Provisions. They go above and beyond to create an extraordinary shopping experience for their valued customers. Their store is not your ordinary men's boutique. It's a paradise for the modern gentleman seeking style, relaxation, and enjoyment all in one place. Go visit them on the square. They've got a very cool store. I don't know if you've gotten the chance to go in there yet, but we may or may not be doing some stuff at Sabo here in the near future, so that'll be cool. 8 minutes, 33 seconds here in this first quarter. And this would, this is something we saw a lot in the scrimmages, and we saw last week, but if you could go ahead and get a stop here, we've seen multiple times where the defense doesn't get out to a quick start necessarily. The team gets, past the 50 or so, but then they really buckle down and get the stop.
Bend and don't break. I think we do a good job of that.
Hopefully see that again here.
All right, it looks like the refereeing antics are over. We're going to get back to the football game, and it's 3rd and 25.
Dropping back to pass. Pass is complete, and they've got the first down on what was 3rd and 25.
Number 2 on Hump's Keys to Victory. We have to limit that. We're 75% of the time we're great, but 3rd and 25, you can't give that up. I mean, that's one that is, there's no exceptions. You cannot give 3rd and 25 up.
Yeah, I agree with him. Brings them all the way into the red zone, of course, at about the 13 to give to Grant. And he's wrapped up very quickly by Laren Vaughn, it looks like.
I'm sure Sulphur Springs defense is excited about the smaller stature of the running backs tonight.
Now, that actually wasn't Grant. My apologies. That was Trenton Lane, number 22.
But last week for Jacksonville, that was Mr. Boyd was a big individual out of the backfield.
Yeah, it was a big difference in Boyd and Grant here. Grant staying on his feet though. He's still going, and he's done a good job of that tonight. After contact, keeping the play going. He's got some extracurricular.
There's actually. Man, I'm worried about what just happened with Nathan Andrews. I saw a punch thrown, I'll be honest.
So I didn't see it until very late, so I wasn't able to really tell what happened there.
You gotta control what you can control, Tyler.
Control the controllable.
I sound like a broken record.
Number 3.
But it seems like the Hump's Keys to Victories are prevalent. Man, I hope we're not about to lose Nathan Andrews.
I also very much hope that.
It's certainly going to be a 15-yard penalty, or automatic first down, I should say.
Yeah. And that's all it's going to be. Well,
doesn't
now
look like they're telling
talking.
him.
Truth Holmes coming back in for the Wildcats.
So the Mount Pleasant coach is pleading that he should be ejected.
We're getting back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be first and goal from about the 3.
It does look like 34 might be ejected.
No.
It's a big loss for the Cats, if true. I mean, that's your anchor on defense.
Yeah.
That he was a guy that just absolutely wreaked havoc in the backfield last week. But that's a mistake that, obviously you hate it for the kid, but that's a decision. You cannot do that in that moment. I know it's the heat of battle. You want to be competitive. You're doing everything you can. The guys land on top of you, but they're always going to get the second guy.
Yeah.
And there.
I mean, it almost always works out that way.
And so that's a tough loss for the Wildcats.
That's a huge loss for the Wildcats. First and goal from the 3. McMahon keeping himself. And he's going to walk into the end zone. And the Mount Pleasant Tigers are going to score first tonight. And this is a good Mount Pleasant offense. Going for the PAT here.
I mean, all in all, if you take away the holding call, take away the intentional grounding, that was a pretty solid drive for the Tigers to open up with.
Yeah, especially to convert on a 3rd and 25.
Good snap, good hold, good kick.
So it'll be a 7-0 lead for the Wildcats. Before we get a look at the Wildcats offense tonight, let's give a big shout out to our friends over at Muddy Jake's. If you're not here in person, that's a place you can go watch the game. Muddy Jake's is your home for delicious food and the best sports entertainment. With a lively atmosphere, friendly service, and great prices, Muddy Jake's is the perfect place to watch the Sulphur Springs Wildcats game every Friday night.
So Tyler, we're about to get the ball. Obviously, they took 5 minutes off the clock there with a big opening drive. What are you looking to see other than just going to get 7 points?
Yeah,
what are you looking to see
obviously
here?
points, but I mean, you kind of want to see a sustained drive of your own. Obviously, if you could take a big play and score immediately, great. But I want to see, like you mentioned, establish the run. Let's get Malachi, let's get Cam, let's get Rose Luke all involved. Let's go see a confident drive of our own.
I would agree. Other than 7 points,
right?
Obviously, let's take 5 or 6 minutes off this clock.
Yeah, you for sure would like to avoid
That's going to be kicked out of bounds.
Yep.
So we're at least starting with good field position.
We like to see that. The Wildcats will take over with 7 minutes, 24 seconds left in this first quarter. Before they do, I want to give a big shout out to our friends at Alliance Bank. Here at Chad's Media and Front Porch News, we know the love and support that Alliance Bank has for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Stop by and see them on the square or use one of their many convenient drive-thru services. You can also visit alliancebank.com for your financial and banking needs. Give them a call at 903-885-2187. Get a look at the Wildcat offense for the first time tonight. Starting from the 30. There is the familiar face of Malachi rolling in the backfield, and they're going to give it to him on the first play. And the Mount Pleasant Tigers wrapped him up quickly.
Good to see Mr. Malachi back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you kept referring to him last year as my favorite. Yeah. I don't remember if it was just my favorite player, my favorite junior, or what it was.
And then we coined the term Malachi Roland is a rolling.
Is rolling. Hoping to see more of that tonight and the season as a whole. Be 2nd and 9 from the 31. He'll have 3 to his left. Another give to Malachi. Malachi trying to make his way to the outside. And again, Mount Pleasant does a pretty good job of wrapping him up there. It's going to be 3rd and long.
That is so you do start out on defense. Your offense goes down and gets 7. That is the ultimate morale booster for the defense that's coming onto the field. You mean to tell me we get spotted 7 points in this deal?
Right.
And so the Tigers are flying around. I mean, two hard runs by Malachi result in about a gain of 2. And so this is exactly what the Tigers have drawn up tonight. To a perfect start, if you will.
Yeah, ball's on the ground. Brady able to pick it up quickly though, looking for Wyatt Watson rather, and it is incomplete. So after a long sustained drive that resulted in 7 points, Mount Pleasant forces a quick 3 and out. Between that, you've already seen one of the best players from Sulphur Springs get ejected from this game. I mean, if I'm Mount Pleasant, I'm feeling pretty great about where I'm at right now.
Again, this is exactly how you would have drawn it up. A long, sustained drive resulting in 7 points. Sulphur Springs has a key player get kicked out of the game, and then Sulphur Springs to go 3 and out, and we're getting the ball back with 6 minutes left in the first quarter. I'm feeling good if I'm the Tigers.
Yeah, 100%. Mount Pleasant will have a pair back to return. That one may have been deflected.
Not a great punt there.
Going to get a little help with the roll, though. It's going to get it up to about the 38. We'll see the Wildcat defense for a second time tonight.
Chevrolet, we have the most awarded vehicles at the most awarded dealership. We are proud to offer an extensive selection of new and used vehicles. Our knowledgeable sales staff is ready to help you find the car of your dreams. We also provide a top-notch service experience with our state-of-the-art service center and our award-winning team of certified technicians. We're such big supporters of the Sulphur Springs Wildcats that we are even located on Wildcat Way. Find new roads to J. Hodge Chevrolet. Give us a call at 903-307-2077. Don't overpay. Go CJ.
So Mount Pleasant getting ready for their second drive of the night, and there was a flag on the play, it looks like. Bring this one up.
So Tyler, no Nathan Andrews. I think you're going to have to get Truth Holmes and Zach Thomas to step up on those defensive ends.
Which we've already seen the sophomore T.J. Bolden. He's looked really good to start this game. McMahon keep it himself. Quick pass out to Grant for a solid little game.
Man, Grant quickly. I'm impressed with his pass catching skills because those are tough angles to throw and catch out of. I actually always thought that throwing to the running back was really challenging at times.
Oh, really?
Just some of the angles that some of those throws have to be made at, I always thought were tough.
Just like that. Mount Pleasant past the 50. Another give to Grant. And if he didn't get the first down, he got close. I think they are going to give it to him.
I think that is going to be the first, yep.
Again, I mean, I don't know. I hate to sound like a broken record here, but if you're Mount Pleasant, got to love the way this game is starting. You've already got a 7-point lead, and you're in opposing territory already. Another give on first down. A solid wrap-up from the Wildcats there. I believe that was Bo Loggins initially making contact.
I feel like McMahon really has good control of this Mount Pleasant offense. It just seems like taking the snap, whatever play it is, run, throw, he feels very comfortable.
Rolling out, and he's got the pass complete all the way up to the 25. That is Barksdale on the catch.
Well, this is where we're going to need that bend don't break. Obviously, Mount Pleasant into the red zone quickly with a new set of downs, and going down 14-0, spotting them 14 points is certainly not what the doctor drew up.
Yeah, I agree. We get a completed pass here on first down. Ty Bobby trying to wrap him up. Braxton Wall helping out.
There's that late high school whistle.
Yeah.
Just letting it go, letting the guy get smoked.
I will say something we didn't see a ton of last year in the pre-district is a ton of adversity. And it seems like the Wildcats are seeing a ton of that. This first quarter is flying by. We've already got just 4:20 left, 2nd and 3.
Oh, my goodness. That is – Mount Pleasant offense had it perfect for the free play. 4 Wildcats jump off sides and no penalty.
Which I guess if you're not ready to snap it, you're not ready to snap it. But McMahon rolling out. Directed his man towards the end zone. Ty Bobby.
Oh, my
goodness. Did he catch that? No, incomplete. Okay.
Wow.
That was almost one of the coolest things we've ever seen. Looking at the instant replay
Incredible
here.
awareness there.
Which, talking about the way he controls this, McMahon does a great job. He's rolling out, and now he's directing his man towards the end zone.
He's got him deep. Bobby makes a great play. Tyler, I am not so sure. I'm not so sure that he didn't get a foot down.
I'm not sure
but
either.
Great awareness by the Tiger receiver there to come down with that deflected pass. But it's going to be 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd and 3, and a stop here would be huge.
Great makeup speed by Ty Bobby there to kind of get back into place.
McMahon keeping the play alive. He's got the first down. Making his way to the outside. Big block there. And all the way from 24, 25 yards out, what looked like it may have been a dead play, McMahon keeps it alive and then runs it to the house for 6. He's a baller.
That's a big play, Tyler. I mean, like you said, kind of a dead play, nothing working, man in the backfield. He steps up in the pocket, finds a lane, gets to the outside, and walks it in for 6 points. And the Tigers are out to almost 14-point lead.
Yeah. On that one play alone, McMinn had more rushing yards than he had all of last week. He had 23 last week and a touchdown on that one play.
We got a bad snap, bad hold. And I said almost 14 points. Looks like it's going to be 13 points.
Yes, now he is down.
I will say that did happen last week.
Yeah.
And it ended up kind of mattering with the math.
It did.
For the Indians, but the special team, you can win and lose games with special teams. I think that with the 13 or 14 games we've called together, we have certainly seen that does make a huge impact.
It does. And I will say, obviously, you don't want to find yourself down 2 scores already still in the first quarter, but it still is the first quarter.
Yep.
You know, if the Wildcat offense can put a nice little drive together, go score here, there's no reason to panic just yet.
Well, let's look at it this way. If we're down 13, Sulphur Springs gets the ball. They put together a great drive that ends in 7 points. The fact that you were down 13-0 doesn't mean anything anymore.
Agreed.
You know, you're feeling fine. You just scored a touchdown. We know we can move the ball. We're going to make adjustments on defense, and the Cats will be just fine.
Yep, getting ready for this kick. Is that Chris Adams back there to return? Or no, Tristan Hankins. My apologies. And here's the kick. Could be Hare with it. Hare makes his way up to the 29. Before we see the Wildcats offense for a second time, I want to give a big shout out to our friends over at Cody Drug, and I want to remind you the giveaway that they have going on right now. Cody Drug is giving away a Yeti cooler with the Sulphur Springs Wildcat logo. Not only that, but for every entry they receive, they will be donating $1 to your Sulphur Springs Wildcat marching band. And here at Chad's Media, we want to join in as well, so we'll be matching every single dollar. There are 2 ways to enter. You can go over to Cody Drug and enter there, or the night of the home opener next week, next Friday night, before the game, they'll have a tent set up on the south side of Gerald Prim Stadium. Stop by and enter, and then at halftime of that game, Will Douglas will be joining us, and we will be drawing and announcing the winner live right here on Chad's Media.
There we go. That's fun.
It is fun. Big shout out to Will and everybody over at Cody Drug.
Tyler, I want to see a first down.
I do as well.
We need a first down. Let's move the chains.
Yeah, before we start talking about scoring, let's get our first down.
7 points is irrelevant if we cannot get a first down.
Yeah, it looked like the Mount Pleasant Tigers remembered how good Malachi was against them last week. Got a completed pass out to Wyatt Watson, but again, they wrap him up almost immediately.
I'm very impressed with the tackling ability that Mount Pleasant has shown thus far.
Yeah, they've been great. We haven't seen any broken tackles or anything like that. I mean, they get there and get them down quickly. Second and 8. They get it out to Wyatt again. Wyatt's got the first down. So there is. Asking you shall receive.
There's the first down we were looking for.
Asking you shall receive. So that's up to the 41. So Grayson Reams outside over here. Saw a little bit of that last week, and there he is, putting them in motion. They give to Malachi. Getting the block from Reams, and that's a solid little run up to about the 46. So one of the players we had mentioned to watch out for, Antez Jeffrey, committed to A&M Commerce. He's going to be number 2 down here on your screen at the 50. This is a good Mount Pleasant defense.
Oh, no question. I mean, anytime you've got 2 guys going to the next level, let alone 2 Division I guys going to the next level, that's big time.
So now we're going to see an opposite look. Going to be 3 on the other side. Quick pass out to Skylar Lewis.
Oh,
just
my
couldn't quite
goodness.
hang on to
Golly,
it.
That was close.
He holds on to that one. He might be gone.
I think if he holds on to that, he is we're seeing the bottom of his shoes walking into the end zone. But tough throw, tough catch. Brady did a good job kind of with that RPO fitting it in there. But, yeah, Skylar, that's a ball that he normally comes up with, but certainly not an easy play.
Yeah, we got Tristan Hankins and Jackson Hare coming out. Be 3rd and 5.
It's a big third down here.
It is.
I don't know if it's 4-down territory or not. I think we're going to be able to tell with the play call. If we see a run, it probably is 4-down territory. If we see a pass, maybe not. Looks like we are going to get a timeout.
Provisions, where we go above and beyond to create an extraordinary shopping experience for our valued customers. Our store is not your ordinary men's boutique. It's a paradise for the modern gentleman seeking style, relaxation, and enjoyment all in one place. Step inside and discover a carefully curated selection of Texas-made products and unique vintage attire that exudes charm and character. Kick back and relax in our exclusive men's lounge and take advantage of our top-notch grooming services. Our team aims to create a perfect spot for camaraderie and relaxation. So, whether you're looking to elevate your wardrobe or want to indulge in a little pampering, Sabo Provisions is the place to be.
Looking at 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats. Now the clock's running. There we go. That was just for the timeout. 1 minute, 51 seconds left here in this first quarter.
I do think the timeout shows how big of a third down this is. They really want to get the right play in.
Gets the pass off to Rose Luke. Staying on his feet. Rodney's got the first down.
Great second chance effort. I'm not sure that he would have gotten it if we don't get that late push. But exceptional job by Rose Luke there to come up with the first down.
Yeah, look at it on the instant replay here. Great job of keeping that play alive.
Slippery. Looks slippery right there.
Love to see it. I like to see him getting involved in the passing game. He's still the running back out there now. Got Skylar and Wyatt on the far side.
It doesn't need to go unnoticed that having 3 guys in the backfield that have different skill sets is a super advantage that an offense has.
Absolutely.
That's almost certainly got to be pass interference,
and
Tyler.
It is. There's a late flag thrown. Looking at the replay here.
Yeah, we're going to have just a
Brady quick reads that way and then comes back the other. Yeah, and there you see. Love that we have the ability not only for instant replay but to stop it.
That was great producing skills there. I mean, I didn't even have to say anything about that. Skylar kind of runs a 5-yard scat route and gets over the ball, kind of sits down, is in a good spot. Brady makes a throw, and obviously the Mount Pleasant defender far beat the ball there, and that's going to be pass interference.
Yeah, so pass interference, moving the chains up once again. Up to the 40. Still a minute 19 left in this first quarter. Got Caden Mitchell as the far receiver over here.
I don't know that we saw Caden Mitchell a ton at receiver last week, but obviously an athletic kid. Probably the backup quarterback in tonight's setting, I would say. And, you've obviously got the double pass threat when he's on the field.
The pass out to Wyatt Watson. Wyatt staying on his feet. And Wyatt, that is a kid that plays hard.
Yep. He when he gets the ball in his hands, he's always got a chance to make a second chance, break a tackle. And right there, we saw just that.
Yep. Be about 2nd and 3.
This is the drive we needed, Tyler.
100%.
We're gonna take the rest of the first quarter away. Hopefully, you get another first down, you're into the red zone, and this needs to result in 7 points.
Yeah, now this could be the final play of this first quarter. We'll see. It's under 40 seconds now. Brady dropping back, looking deep. Now surely, maybe they just got wrapped up with each other.
To me, that was just tangled up.
Yeah.
I'd have to watch it again, but it seemed like he got tangled up with the safety.
Yeah, that seems to obviously no flag, so they seem to agree with you. And, we saw a little bit of that last week as well. Just sometimes you get tangled up with each other.
Well, and when that happens a lot is, you're playing man coverage, the corner's playing man coverage, you've got safety help over top, and that's just a lot of bodies in one direction running the same way. And so Skylar gets tripped up there, but I bet we call his number at some point tonight.
It's going to be 3rd and a few here. 31 seconds left. Brady keep it in himself.
They're going to mark him short, it looks like. Certainly 4-down territory, judging that play call.
Yeah, going to be 4th and about just 1 maybe.
And really, I would just line up and run that exact same play.
Yeah. Now there is a timeout.
Jake's, your home for delicious food and the best sports entertainment. We have something for everyone, from live bands on Saturdays.
Sorry, that's my apologies. I thought they were going with a timeout. We'll see.
Kind of a start, go. I don't think Sulphur Springs is going to run a play here.
It looked like they signaled a timeout, but Brady does get the play off before the end of the quarter, and he's got the first down. So that's going to do it for the first quarter. Wildcats trail 13-0.
Jake's, your home for delicious food and the best sports entertainment. We have something for everyone, from live bands on Saturdays, Kids Eat Free Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, and happy hour all day on Thursdays. Come for lunch, dinner, or late night snacks. Our freshly cooked meals will make you feel right at home. Whether you're looking for a hearty burger, some tasty wings, or just a cold drink, we've got it all. With a lively atmosphere, friendly service, and great prices, Muddy Jake's is the perfect place to watch the Sulphur Springs Wildcat game every Friday night. Muddy Jake's, where the food is always hot and the fun never stops.
Since 1927, Alliance Bank has been serving customers throughout North Texas. Our community banking roots run deep, and we are here to serve you. Welcome, my name is Keith Shirtliff, and I am the Market President for Hopkins County. Here at Alliance Bank, we offer all of the products and services you would expect from a large, impersonal national bank, but with the personal service you would expect from a community bank. So give us a call, stop by, or reach out through alliancebank.com. We look forward to serving you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about ready for this second quarter. Wildcats trail 13-0. Before we do, I want to give a big shout out to the good people over at Elevate Aesthetics in Sulphur Springs. They are the med spa for your anti-aging treatments. They offer Botox and fillers, as well as B12 and skinny shots and more. Give them a call at 214-205-1333. And remember, aging is inevitable, but beauty is a choice.
Tyler, certainly no lack of event in that first quarter. Seemed like a lot happened. We saw 13 points for the Tigers. Sulphur Springs, certainly started to get their feet wet on offense at the end of that first quarter, and I think we're about to see it here.
Going to be an empty backfield, but the give to Skylar Lewis. Trying to make his way to the outside. Going to be brought behind the line of scrimmage.
That is, as far as an open field tackle goes, to be able to get Skylar down for a loss of yards there is a huge tackle for the Tigers.
Yeah, and I know we've already mentioned it a time or two, but you can't give enough credit to how good of a tackling team this Mount Pleasant team has been so far.
So far, very impressed.
This is going to bring up 2nd and 12 or 2nd and 13. It's been a good drive so far for the Wildcats, but gotta find a way to capitalize here.
So we've got Grayson Reams way out wide. Last week it seemed like we got a lot of motion there. Here we're going to get some type of screen.
Brady is dropping back. He gets it off to Rose Luke. Rose Luke once again at least breaks one tackle. And he doesn't like to go down on the first contact.
His second chance effort is awesome.
Yeah, so that does get some of the yardage back, but it's still going to be about 3rd and 8 or so. From the 25. Now, I think you do have a number of options play call-wise here if you're the Wildcats.
I think so. I think you're probably, depending on if we get a couple yards here, you're probably in 4-down territory.
Now we know Eric Rodriguez can kick, but Brady dropping back to pass. He's got Wyatt Watson. Wyatt's got it all the way up to the 10. He's still going, but I think they're going to mark him down. They are. But for the first time tonight, your Wildcats will be in the Bell Concrete red zone. Looking at this, and Wyatt Watson has been a big player so far this year.
Beats his man inside. Great contested catch. Brady fits that ball in a tight window, picks up the first down. I think, is it 1st and goal?
I see what producer Corey's doing back there, seeing if he was down or not. Let's see while we're here in the Bell Concrete red zone.
Tyler, from the 10-yard line, this has got to result in 7 points. I would not be surprised if Brady just tucks it in himself here.
Gain of a couple there. While we've got a second, I will tell you more about Bell Concrete. Bell Concrete is your hometown concrete supplier, and they've been a part of Sulphur Springs for over 70 years. They are locally owned, family-oriented, small business, and they are proud to support the communities that they service. Their plants are located in Sulphur Springs, Greenville, Mount Pleasant, and very soon they'll open a plant in Blue Ridge. For the best quality and customer service in Northeast Texas, give them a call today at 903-885-3126. So second and goal, rather.
Does look like we're going to bring in the power back, Cam Jefferson.
Yep, there he is.
He ran very hard last week.
Yeah, and he's a great red zone runner. We saw him score a couple of times in the scrimmages, but Mount Pleasant just does a great job of bringing him down. And that's going to be past the 10, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from outside the 10.
I'm stealing your dad joke, but I sound like a broken record here, but Mount Pleasant's tackling is, I mean, you know, normally you kind of just take tackling for granted, but it just feels like their open field tackling, their tackle for loss ability is really putting a damper on the Sulphur Springs offense.
It absolutely is.
I mean, right there, we're 1st and goal from the 10. Now it's 3rd from the 12, and it's 3rd and goal.
What was the dad joke there?
The broken record. Dude.
I
don't know.
Gotcha.
Maybe that's a dad joke.
See, Skylar Lewis is the lone receiver on this side. Got a trio of receivers there. He's looking. He's going to hit Cam Jefferson in the backfield. And, again, just Mount Pleasant. Incredible job of bringing people down on first contact.
4th down, Tyler.
And
I think you're going to have to kick it. Yeah, you're going to have to kick it here.
So we'll see the sophomore, Eric Rodriguez.
I liked the play design there. You run Skylar. Obviously, he's single receiver. You run him across the field to get that corner out of the way. Throw the swing out of the backfield. He's got to beat one man to get into the end zone, and the Mount Pleasant defender makes an incredible tackle. Good snap, good hold. He's going to pull it, Tyler. Wide left.
He's going to miss wide left. And Mount Pleasant's going to hold on to their 13-point lead, and they'll have the ball. 7 minutes and 41 seconds here in this first half. Before we get another look at the Wildcats defense, I want to give a big shout out to the people at BT Medical. Go visit their store where you can find wheelchairs, hospital beds, as well as many other necessary medical equipment. And don't worry, if you can't leave the house, they offer convenient delivery and 24/7 on-call services. Keep your business local with BT Medical, supplying equipment with care. See if we can get a little razzle-dazzle from this Wildcats defense. A stop here would be nice.
Very, very bend and break-esque, bend don't break-esque from the Tigers. They get down to the 10-yard lines. The Cats are not able to come up with any points. This is a big drive here, Tyler.
It is. Going to be a give on first down.
This game, unlike the game last week, is flying. We're 7 minutes left in this first half. It seemed like the game last week was never going to end. And you know, it's obviously only 13 points, but you don't want to get to the second half and feel like, okay, we've just got this huge mountain to climb. So the Cats need to make something happen here.
Now we've been seeing mainly Tony Grant in the backfield. That's Nicholas Cates back there. McMinn dropping back to pass. He's got his man. It's complete. He's got the first down. Wildcats finally able to bring him down. We'll move the chains.
Tyler, a couple of score updates for you. Van Alstyne 16-0 over Lebanon Trail.
Okay.
Chapel Hill 19-7 over Van. Hallsville 14-0 over Henderson. North Lamar 7-0 over Community. And Paris 13-0 over LE. Lots of future opponents for us in that grouping.
Paris up 13-0 on LE.
Yep.
I was not expecting to hear that.
Yep. Obviously, both of those teams are teams that we're going to see later in the season. Looks like we've got a man down.
Yeah, we've got a player down. 6 minutes and 26 seconds left here in the first half.
We believe in providing exceptional customer care and convenience. We do this by offering unique and comprehensive services unlike big chain pharmacies. With our MedSync program, our customers can schedule a day to pick up all their medications at one time. We also offer vaccines and B12 shots to keep you healthy and protected. Take advantage of our fast and reliable delivery service straight to your front door. We're a team that is focused on helping our neighbors and adding value to this community. Make an easy transfer to Cody Drug today. At Cody Drug, we're committed to earning your trust.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we got a second, I want to give a big shout out to our friends at Easley's Liquid Fertilizer and Custom Pasture Spraying. They're family owned and operated. They provide year-round custom agriculture spraying services of farms, ranches, and acreages owned by Rodney Easley. They are huge supporters of the Wildcats, including Trent Easley, who's one of the coaches for your Wildcats. As an authorized dealer for Monty's plant and soil products, they can provide everything your crops and soil need. Their goal is to help farmers be more successful. Give Rodney a call at 214-837-2206. McMahon dropping back. Staying on his feet, keeps the play alive, gets the pass off. That is incomplete. I want to give a big shout out to our friend Rodney Easley. We got to, Corey and I got to hang out with him today, and he even took us to lunch. Had a great time with Rodney. Now there is a flag on the field. It would be 3rd and 9, but of course going to have to see what this call is. Pair of flags on the field, it looks like.
Seems like maybe it's on Mount Pleasant. They're kind of backing up. Sulphur Springs is also signaling in that direction, but after last week,
who knows? Yeah.
Nothing would surprise me. But I do think that this is going to be on the offense.
It would be big for the Wildcats if it were. Need to do whatever you can to keep it as a 2-score game. And, of course, 6:18 left in the first half, so if you could put them in a 3rd and long here, if you could get the ball back, I mean.
Well, you want them to punt, back up, and then have to punt. You're going to be in pretty good field position to start out your offensive drive. And I think the goal needs to be to get a stop and then at least cut this lead in half going into the locker room. I think, you don't have to get it all back.
You would get the ball to start the second half.
You do get the ball to start the second half. And so it is going to be a penalty on the offense. So it's going to be 2nd and
a lot.
Very long.
Yeah.
Yep.
First down markers all the way up at the 41, and this is bringing it back to the 17.
It was either a 15-yard penalty somewhere or it was holding way deep in the backfield.
I think based on the motion, it did look like a personal.
Okay. I didn't see the ref there, but obviously a huge penalty, 2nd and 25.
And now we're talking something else over, so who knows. While we've got a quick second, I want to give a shout-out to the people at Amethyst Healthcare. Our friends Marcy Gamble and Micah Sheedy over at Amethyst Healthcare, both of which have over a decade of experience. Amethyst specializes in after-surgery care or after hospitalization or a new diagnosis of chronic illness. They also offered skilled nursing as well as physical, occupational, and speech therapies on top of medical social work and certified nurse aides. 3rd and 25 rather.
Okay, so it was after the play is what the call was.
McMahon letting it fly deep. And it is incomplete. It's going to be a huge 4th and long for the Wildcats.
So to what we were saying, even better than what we were saying, they're way far back. They're going to have to punt here, and the Cats are going to get the ball. They're punting from the 5, and so they're going to be across the 50 when they touch this ball.
Now, it doesn't look like the punt team's out there.
For us, you mean?
Or the return
we
team,
don't
rather,
have,
oh, no, here we go. We got Skylar Lewis deep.
Okay. So only one return man this week. Last week we had 2.
Yeah, and I wonder if you're sending more guys based on where you're at. I don't know.
Yeah, I think in this particular instance, it looks like Mount Pleasant has 3 gunners, which normally teams run with 2.
Gets the punt off. Skylar has it.
Great coverage. Yep. I mean, but still pretty good field position for the Wildcats. Going to be just shy of the 50-yard line. And with 6 minutes to go in this second quarter, we need to cut this lead in half.
Elevate Aesthetics in Sulphur Springs, a premier med spa for all your anti-aging treatments. We offer Botox, fillers, microneedling, IV hydration, B12, and skinny shots. And if you're struggling with weight, our compounded semaglutide weight loss program is proven to help you lose weight. Make the choice today for a more confident, vibrant you. Visit us at Elevate Aesthetics in Sulphur Springs or call us at 214-205-1.
Wildcats give to Rose Luke on first down. Gain of a couple there.
A lot of Rose Luke early. Haven't seen Malachi a ton.
Yeah, we saw him on that first drive. And
yep, and I don't know we've seen him since.
Yeah, I don't know that he's had a carry since. Yeah, Mount Pleasant's just done such a good job.
They've just kept us contained. I mean, they're just they're not really letting us get outside where we make plays. And
I think they remembered the 130 rushing yards Malachi had last season.
Yep. I agree.
So it's going to be 2nd and 7 from the 49.
Got Grayson Reams, the B-bag down here low. It's looking like a motion to me. It's not. They're playing him outside quite a bit.
Now he's running a slant here. Brady going to get the – it's intercepted, rather. And that is the first turnover of the season for the Wildcats. And it's going to give Mount Pleasant great field position with 5 minutes and 5 seconds left before we see this drive. If you haven't had supper yet, now's a good time. Go call our friends at Chick-fil-A. Serving quality food has always been the top priority at Chick-fil-A in Sulphur Springs. Whether you're dining in or picking up to go, they guarantee that signature Chick-fil-A customer service. Don't forget they have catering and delivery available for your next Wildcat watch party. 5 minutes and 5 seconds.
Certainly not ideal there, Tyler. Obviously, Brady just trying to make a play there, kind of moving out of the pocket, sees a guy open, and the Mount Pleasant defender just jumps up and snatches it and makes an exceptional play.
Yeah. I had a hard time seeing what happened on that play. I couldn't tell.
Well, he kind of just jumped up out of nowhere. It looked like he was too close to make a play on that.
McMahon letting it fly deep. He's got a man wide open, and it's a touchdown for the Mount Pleasant Tigers, a 36-yard passing touchdown. Just like that, it is now potentially a 20-point game.
I don't know if they'll kick it or go for two or what they're thinking, but Tyler, it looked like we just had a broken coverage there. Obviously, the wide open player running down the sideline is not what you're looking for, but man, obviously Mount Pleasant taking full advantage of the turnover, turning that into a quick 7.
Yeah.
Obviously 19-0 right now, looking to be 20-0. Not the start that we had in mind for the Wildcats.
Going to be a flag. They got a little false start there. So that'll bring it back a few yards. Now we'll get another try at this.
They're going to block that one.
Wildcats do block that one. But
certainly was a returnable play there, but great special teams effort. That's one less point than they should have.
Yeah.
Should be 21-0. It's only 19, and that certainly can make a difference later. But we got to make something happen.
Yeah.
I mean, offensively, we have not looked like ourselves. We're not looked like what we're capable of. Mount Pleasant's defense is flying around, and we need to cut this lead some before halftime.
Yeah, you got 4 minutes and 55 seconds to do so. And again, we mentioned it earlier, but you do get the ball to start the second half. So I mean, if all were to go perfectly well, I mean, you could get it back within 5 points, pretty quickly. But again, you got to go score here, and you would have to score when you come back to start the second half. But if I'm the Wildcats, that's what I'm telling myself right now. We are 2 drives away from this being a 5-point game.
Well, no matter the score.
Without Mount Pleasant really ever touching the ball, depending on how long this drive.
No matter the score, 19-0, whatever, they can't get all that back in one drive.
Right.
Can't happen. And so the Wildcats need to be thinking, okay, 4:55 on the clock. We're about to get the ball. Let's go get 7. And as what you're saying, we do start with the ball the second half. So we just need to take it one drive at a time.
Yeah. Get ready for this kick. Hankins coming up to return it. He's going to take it close to the 30. Wildcats getting ready to take over again. Before they do, I want to give a shout out to the good people at Hooten's Hardware. They offer a wide variety of tools, materials, and supplies for all your home, business, and outdoor projects and repairs. With over 40,000 square feet of materials in stock, they're sure to have everything you need for any job. They only carry the highest quality products because your satisfaction is their top priority. Hooten's Hardware. They're more than just nuts and bolts. Wildcats will have just under 5 minutes.
I would love to see Sulphur Springs in with 7 points here and Mount Pleasant not touch the ball the rest of the half.
Cam Jefferson, the one on the carry there. Solid little gain on first down. It's one of the better first down runs we've seen tonight, I feel like. So that will bring up second and about 5 or so. Again, that's going to have it at the 36. And Wildcats do have a little bit of time here, but just 4:20 left in the half. Cam Jefferson still the man in the backfield. Reams in motion. And it is a give to Jefferson. And that Mount Pleasant Tiger defense has been solid. Looks like a gain of 1 or so, maybe.
So again, another
third and medium.
A quick third down.
Skylar Lewis on this side, Tristan Hankins on the other. Wyatt Watson and Jackson Hare on that far side as well. Brady rolling. Decides to keep it himself. Bounces off the first contact, but not much of a gain there. It's going to bring up 4th down. And
You almost have to punt, Tyler. I mean, on this side of the field, you run the risk. If you don't get it, you run the risk of being down 4 scores. And so I think you've almost certainly got to punt. Now, it is 4th and short, so you can roll the dice. But and it looks like that's what they're going to do.
They're at least going to set up that way.
Yep.
Now the play clock's not running.
Here we go, Tyler. Big play.
It is. Trying to draw him off sides, and I couldn't tell if he did or not. Throws Hankins' way. There aren't any flags on the play.
Man, that is huge.
Yeah.
I don't think that he jumped off sides, Tyler. I know and there was a little bit of movement, but I don't think he quite got into the neutral zone.
Yeah, I thought maybe he had, but again, I seem to be the only one who thinks that.
So, I mean, that's huge, Tyler.
It is. Mount Pleasant's going to get a chance to make it a 4-score game. They'll have 2 minutes and 45 seconds to do so before we see their offense take the field. I want to give a shout out to East Texas Physical Therapy. They're a provider of physical therapy and rehabilitative services in Sulphur Springs. After a visit to East Texas Physical Therapy, each patient will know what it means to have service beyond excellence, and they hope that you will return to their facility for all your rehab needs. Mount Pleasant taking over from the 36. Again, 2 minutes, 45 seconds to work with. Making his way to the outside. And it's a great gain on first down. He's still going. He's up all the way inside the 10.
That's going to go down as a throw and catch. The little 1-yard pop pass, but huge gain for the Tigers, who are looking to make this a 4-score ball game.
Man, if you're Mount Pleasant, had a big win in week 1, and now you find yourself where you're at now. great start to the season through the first 6 quarters for them. Have 2 to his right, 2 to his left. And
There's a big stop.
Wrap up, yeah. Again, I think that's Bolden.
Obviously, this wasn't the goal when we started the drive, but it's the goal now is to get out of this with, hopefully the Tigers can just kick a field goal. It would still be a 3-point game because of the missed extra points, and I don't know that they'd even attempt one.
Yeah, you're
Obviously,
right.
they've missed 2 PATs in a row, one bobbled snap, 1 blocked kick, and so I'm not sure how they're feeling about that unit right now. But with 1:40 left in this half, that's got to be what you're thinking if you're the Wildcat defense.
Yeah. Mount Pleasant taking their time here. McMinn dropping back, keeping the play alive. Throws to his right, and it is incomplete. Bring up 3rd and goal. 1:28 left in the half. Yeah, if you're the Wildcat defense, I've got to come up with one more stop here.
Yep, absolutely.
Curious to see how Mount Pleasant approaches this.
Yeah, I don't know. It really just depends. Do they feel comfortable lining up to kick it? Do they, I'm not sure. I'm not feeling super great about the kicking game right now.
Now they are going to call a timeout and give themselves a second to think about it.
Elevate Aesthetics in Sulphur Springs, a premier med spa for all your anti-aging treatments. We offer Botox, fillers, microneedling, IV hydration, B12, and skinny shots. And if you're struggling with weight, our compounded semaglutide weight loss program is proven to help you lose weight. Make the choice today for a more confident, vibrant you. Visit us at Elevate Aesthetics in Sulphur Springs or call us at 214-205-1333. Aging is inevitable, but looking good is a choice.
And along with my business partner, Tommy Anderson, we own BT Medical in Sulphur Springs. In our store, you can find lift chairs, hospital beds, and wheelchairs, along with many other necessary medical equipment. We even have a respiratory therapist with a staff willing to help you with your CPAP, so you can get that healthy rest your body needs. If you can't leave the house, we offer convenient delivery and 24-hour on-call services. From all of us at BT Medical, thank you for shopping with us, and please keep your business local at 201 Linda Drive in Sulphur Springs. Remember the name, BT Medical, supplying equipment with care.
3rd and goal for Mount Pleasant. 1:28 left here in the first half, and don't go anywhere. We have a great halftime show brought to you by A&S, and we'll make sure that you get to see the Blue Blazes and the Wildcat Marching Band.
Tyler, you brought it up in that break right there, but and I agree with you, if I'm Mount Pleasant, I'm probably just going for it here if we don't convert on this 3rd down, because worst case, Sulphur Springs is going to have to go the distance of the field.
Yeah. McMinn staying up, but that is going to be a sack for TJ Bolden. That man is having a night. The sophomore linebacker, he's been all over the place.
Now with the sack, I changed my mind. I think you probably do kick it. But 4th and 15, they are going to bring on the kicking unit. And so they're looking to make this a 22-point ball game. Sulphur Springs is not going to call a timeout here, which with the way the offense is played, obviously not the best in that first half. So I don't know, even if we get the ball back, we might just knee it out and kind of take the lump on the chin and get to the locker room and figure out what we need to do to get back in this thing.
Yeah, and I think Mount Pleasant is probably going to let this clock run and then use their timeout.
Yeah.
Now the play clock resets.
Something's happening.
There was a 10-second difference in the play clock the last time I saw it. So that would have them calling a timeout with 10 or 11 seconds left.
They're going to have to reset this to some extent.
And there is the timeout with 15 seconds left.
I think they were doing some quick math. This is what we had left. Call a timeout then.
Fertilizer is your family-owned and operated custom spraying business. We can help you keep your crops healthy and your yields high with our professional spraying services. We will come to your farm, land, business, and apply the exact amount of liquid fertilizer or chemicals you need. Not only spraying, we now offer tillage and seeding. We use the latest technology, the highest quality equipment to make sure your land is getting the best possible care. Being licensed and insured, we take care of the hassle. If you have 1 acre or even 10,000 acres, we have you covered. So don't wait wait. Contact us today at 214-837-2206 to get started.
15 seconds left here in this first half. Real quick before we see this kick, I want to give a shout out to the good people at D&B Loans. They make the loan process easy. Their competitive rates and quick application process make them one of the largest in the industry. With over 30 years in the business, their team of loan experts will work with you to find the loan that fits your needs. They also offer the best furniture and appliances around with great financing and free local delivery. Just visit their showroom or give them a call. D&B Loans is your local loan specialist. When you need cash, trust a hometown business. Again, 15 seconds. Do you like it when the clock – I kind of like these types of clocks where you get the decimal.
Yeah.
It's more of a basketball clock, I feel like.
Right.
So from the 15 – so make this a 32-yard field goal. Trying to make it a 22-point game.
That one's going to be just short.
Believe it was.
Looked like it could have been tipped. Yeah. Yep. So Sulphur Springs is going to get the ball back. Good. Hey, right there, I said the goal was to give up 3 points. Once they got down there, they were actually able to give up no points.
Yeah.
And so 19-0, I would assume that Sulphur Springs is just going to come out and take a knee. And it wasn't the first half that we were looking for. No one wants to be down 19-0. We do start with the ball the second half, and so really the only thing right now that matters is coming out of the second half with a better attitude, with a better game plan, but just better everything, and going down to start the second half with 7 points and feel a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time in this thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Plenty of time, and so if the Cats can start out with 7 in the second half, they're going to be feeling much better.
Yeah, and they will take a knee, so don't go anywhere. We have a great halftime show brought to you by A&S Air Conditioning. Are you having problems finding comfort in your own space? Let A&S find a perfect solution for your heating and cooling needs. They've been providing affordable heating and AC repair for over 31 years. Give them a call today at 903-885-8072, and they're bringing you tonight's halftime show, so don't go anywhere. We're going to make sure you get to see the Blue Blazes and the Wildcat Band. And then Ryan and I will be back to recap what we saw here in the first half.
Conditioning is your family-owned and operated hometown air conditioning business. We have been serving the heating and cooling needs of Hopkins and surrounding counties for over 31 years. We work hard to provide award-winning customer service on every call, and our friendly service techs are available 24 hours a day. We offer the industry's highest-rated products, servicing all brands. Whether it's new or existing, residential or commercial, A&S Air Conditioning is here to serve you. Call us today at 903-885-8072 and let us help make your home or business comfortable and more efficient.
Bell Concrete, your hometown concrete supplier, has been a part of Sulphur Springs for over 70 years. We are a locally owned, family-oriented small business. We are proud to support the communities we service. Our plants are located in Sulphur Springs, Greenville, Mount Pleasant, and very soon we will open a plant in Blue Ridge. For the best quality and customer service in Northeast Texas, give us a call today at 903-885-3126. We appreciate your support, and go Wildcats.
Welcome to
Bankston, the Larry Hero. Officers for the 2023-2024 line are Junior Lieutenants Trinity Martin and Sedona McCullum, Senior Lieutenant Lily Glenn, Co-Captain Carter Charlton, and Captain Jackie Monroe. The Blazers want to send a special shout out to their Blaze of the Week, Jaden Allen, and their Spirit Girl of the Week, Sailor Sawyer. The Blazers thank their Spotlight Teacher of the Week, Miss Kaylee Wood. The Blazers are under the direction of Meredith Dial and Assistant Director, Shally Caldwell. The Blazers would like to thank their sponsors, Roper and White, The Sign Shop, Wyatt's Towing, Bob Evans, Hopkins County Abstract, Hodges Orthodontics, Caldwell Banker Watson Company, Kids Heat and Air, Cornerstone Renovation, City National Bank, Mahina Construction, and Nottingham Dodge. Now join the Blazers as they dance through the holidays this football season. Tonight the Blazers party it up with a streamer routine to Party Rock Anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, here they come. Man, oh man, here's that Wildcat Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the band is being led on the field by senior drum majors Catherine Starzik, Jeremy Residus, Lauren Menard, and junior drum major Brody Emmett. The Wildcat Band would like to recognize this year's section of the week, the tubas. And this week's band members of the week are Jackson Davis and Bella Gilbert. Tonight, the Wildcats band is excited to make a splash as we continue another exciting season with this year's show entitled H2O.
And another great performance from the Blue Blazes and your state finalist, Sulphur Springs Wildcat Marching Band. Don't go anywhere. Ryan and I will be back after some words from our sponsors real quick. Want to give a shout out to Josh Boatman. He is your local and trusted insurance agent. With a family of his own, he understands the importance of protecting the ones who matter the most. He also understands that no two families need the same coverage. That's why he will make sure to customize plans to fit your specific needs. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, Josh has you covered. Give him a call today. Also, shout out to Weary Pools. Whether it's routine maintenance, pool repairs, or equipment installation, Weary Pools has you covered. They take care of the hard work so you can dive in and have fun. Call them today, because when it comes to your pool, only the best will do. Again, don't go anywhere. We're going to get some words in from our advertisers, and Ryan and I will be back for the rest of the night.
So we both were sick in November, and after we tested negative for COVID, I still didn't feel well, and I had issues in my lungs, and I thought, there is just something wrong with me. So I had 10% blood flow, and then I had to have a defibrillator pacemaker. I was just so shocked because I've never been sick in my life. So I went to Amatus Healthcare, and so I started having nurses once a week. So they explained to me about my medications. I didn't even really understand my medications. And they're wonderful. And when you've never had a healthcare issue, or when you're getting older and you start having to take medications, doctors are wonderful, but they don't explain everything to you. And God is good, because I am now from 10% blood flow to 60%. My life now is wonderful. I'm back to normal. I love to work in my yard. I've done all my flower beds. We've been at the club now for 5 years, and if the sun doesn't kill it, I can grow it. And I have so much fun in my yard. I've got my dog, my family, my husband, my kids, and my life really is back to where it was before. Anyone I would recommend them to, I promise. You know I don't recommend unless I really mean it.
Food has always been a top priority. Because chicken is at the center of our menu, we serve only real breast meat without fillers, artificial preservatives, or steroids. In our kitchens, we focus on high-quality, freshly prepared ingredients to serve our customers the best we have to offer. Whether you're eating in or grabbing to go, we guarantee that signature Chick-fil-A service every time. Because it is our pleasure to give you the best experience possible. Call us today or order catering online for a Wildcat football watch party from your Sulphur Springs Chick-fil-A.
Our family-owned hardware store since 1994. Here at Hooten's Hardware, we offer a wide variety of tools, materials, and supplies for all your home, business, and outdoor projects and repairs. With over 40,000 square foot of materials in stock, we're sure to have everything you need for any job. We only carry the highest quality products because your satisfaction is our top priority. Our staff is knowledgeable and experienced and happy to assist you in finding the right materials for your next project. So stop in and experience the Hooten's Hardware difference today. And remember, we're more than just nuts and bolts.
In the water or in the comforts of your home, East Texas Physical Therapy can provide you with an individualized treatment plan to meet all your rehab needs, whether it's physical therapy, occupational therapy, or speech therapy. Our experienced staff understands the importance of personalized care and will work with you to set and reach your goals. In business for over 12 years, we're committed to helping you get back to living life to the fullest. Call us today to get started on your journey to healthier living. Your original hometown clinic, East Texas Physical Therapy. Treatment you need, care you deserve.
We make the loan process easy. Our competitive rates and quick application process make us one of the largest in the industry. With over 30 years in the business, our team of loan experts will work with you to find the loan that fits your needs. We also offer the best furniture and appliances around with great financing and free local delivery. With low rate loans and high quality furniture, we offer a wide selection of styles and designs, plus TVs, mattresses, and much more. Just visit our showroom or give us a call. D&B Loan is your local loan specialist. When you need cash, trust a hometown business.
Your local and trusted insurance agent. With a family of my own, I understand the importance of protecting the ones that matter the most. I understand that no two families need the same coverage. That's why I will make sure to customize plans to fit your specific needs from auto, home, farm and ranch, commercial, and especially life insurance. Don't just take it from me. but from one of my clients who has stated, it has been the easiest insurance buying experience I've ever had. Life insurance is one of the most important coverages that you have to protect your family. If you can protect your home and auto, why not yourself for your family?
With Weary Pools, your backyard oasis will always be in pristine condition, leaving you more time to relax and enjoy. We have the knowledge and expertise to keep your pool water crystal clear and perfectly balanced, so you can focus on making unforgettable memories with your loved ones. Whether it's routine maintenance, pool repairs, or equipment installations, Weary Pools has you covered. We take care of the hard work so you can simply dive in and have fun. Don't let pool maintenance become a hassle. Contact Weary Pools today and let us handle all your pool service needs. Because when it comes to your pool, only the best will do.
Springs is hiring home building team members. Join an energetic, collaborative team and play a part in opening doors to a better life for families across the country. Home building team members, starting pay is $20 an hour with opportunities to grow. We provide excellent benefits, including paid time off and volunteer time to support causes that you care about. Join our team and build your career with Clayton. Interested in becoming a part of the Clayton Sulphur Springs family? Call 903-439-0242 and apply today.
Experienced, dedicated team are your local roofing experts from repairs to complete roofing systems. With competitive prices and free consultation, Triple Crown is the choice when it comes to roofing. Triple Crown Roofing offers the highest quality craftsmanship and customer care, specializing in all commercial and residential roofing systems. We believe in personalized service and are with you every step of the roofing process. Contact Triple Crown Roofing today. Triple Crown Roofing, roofing done right.
To make your dream of owning a new home a reality, look no further than Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs. A little over an acre of land complete with rock driveway and a spacious two-car garage on a solid concrete slab. Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs is offering you the chance to buy this incredible lot and pick out the perfect home. Visit Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs today and let us help you turn this beautiful lot into your very own sanctuary. Come see me and my team at Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs and experience the difference.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class orthopedics and sports medicine specialists at Christus Mother Frances Hospital, Sulphur Springs, are experts at caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Neal, the principal agent and owner of Hamby Insurance. I am passionate about serving the local community and the surrounding areas. My goal is to take the hassle out of buying insurance. I want to educate you on what you're buying and help you make an informed decision. Whether it's personal or commercial insurance, my team and I will be here every step of the way to make sure you are getting the satisfaction you need and the coverage you deserve. My promise to you is that we will never hard sell you insurance, use slick sales techniques, or pressure you into making a decision that you're not comfortable with. Call us today at 972-285-0381 to find the best
shop for the right set of Michelin tires for whatever you drive, brakes, or are interested in customizing your ride with a suspension lift kit. You can rely on Discount Wheel and Tire of Sulphur Springs for accurate, knowledgeable, and friendly automotive and tire services. Since 1994, we have built a solid base of customers and established the reputation of being an automotive repair facility with service you can count on. We believe in personal customer service. We consider it an honor to serve you and our community. For reliable tire and auto repair, look no further than your local Discount Wheel and Tire.
Neal, the principal agent and owner of Hamby Insurance. I am passionate about serving the local community and the surrounding areas. My goal is to take the hassle out of buying insurance. I want to educate you on what you're buying and help you make an informed decision. Whether it's personal or commercial insurance, my team and I will be here every step of the way to make sure you are getting the satisfaction you need and the coverage you deserve. My promise to you is that we will never hard sell you insurance, use slick sales techniques, or pressure you into making a decision that you're not comfortable with. Call us today at 972-285-0381 to find the best coverage to fit your need. My commitment is to give you unparalleled service, and remember, Hamby helps.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live from Mount Pleasant 5.5 minutes before this second half gets started. Ryan and I are about to recap what we've seen so far, but before we do, I want to give a big thank you to the people at Clayton Homes. Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs is hiring home building team members. Home building team members' starting pay is $20 an hour with opportunities to grow. They provide excellent benefits, including paid time off and volunteer time to support causes that you care about. Join their team and build your career with Clayton. If you're interested in applying today, call 903-439-0242. Ryan, with just under 5 minutes before the second half gets rolling, what kind of is the mindset right now?
Well, the mindset is that we can't score 19 points in this first drive. You've heard me mention this game before, but I've played in a game down big at the half. Nothing's going right in the first half. It just seems like we can do no right. And this first half was not pretty. Offensively, it was bad. Defensively, it was bad. But we got to understand, first things first, we cannot score 19 points in the first drive. Secondly, it's not over. And we got to – I mean, it's a 3-score game. It's less than a 3-score game, actually. But the Sulphur Springs offense, we found a way last week to get the points that we needed to make something of that game. We walked out of there with a win, and this one's not over.
Right.
I think Mount Pleasant looked really good in that first half, but they didn't look unbeatable.
Yeah, I agree.
It wasn't a dominating. I think it was more self-inflicted is what I'm trying to say. More Sulphur Springs didn't look great rather than Mount Pleasant just looked unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, defensively, I think we need to give a ton of credit to Mount Pleasant. They've been very, very good. And, something that we've seen Sulphur Springs be very good at, whether it's Malachi or Rose Luke or one of the receivers, not going down on first contact. Mount Pleasant makes sure that you do go down on first contact.
If there was one thing that I wanted to highlight on either side of this game, I would say that Mount Pleasant's tackling really has stood out.
That, and on the exact opposite end of that, Mason McMinn does a very good job of keeping plays alive, something that you mentioned in the pregame show.
I think that, and we've got a lot of big play guys, and we're just not seeing – we haven't seen the X plays that this offense is capable of. And so, hats off to the Tiger defense.
Now, Ryan, one player I really want to note for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats, and, of course, for anyone that doesn't know, we do name players of the game, but only if they come back and win this game. And the player of the game, by the way, is brought to you by The Way Bible Church. They want to extend an invitation to everyone to join them on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. or 10:45 a.m., also on Wednesday nights at 6:15 p.m. At The Way, they are all about experiencing life change. They have a vibrant community awaiting to welcome you with open arms. Join them at The Way Bible Church to embark on a journey of transformation together. But the player that I would mention is sophomore linebacker T.J. Bolden. He had a sack in that first half, and I thought just all around he looked really good. Just kind of flying around all over the play. We saw him on that first drive, and he just kept it rolling. Again, our one sack of the night. But if there was one player that I really wanted to highlight from the Wildcats, it would be him. Again, just a sophomore, so. But here come your Wildcats, ready for this second half. And again, they will have the ball to start. Thank you to everyone that hung out with us during the halftime show. Once again, the halftime show is brought to you by A&S Air Conditioning. Are you having problems finding comfort in your own space? Let A&S find a perfect solution for your heating and cooling needs. They've been providing affordable heating and AC repair for over 31 years. Give them a call today at 903-885-8072. I know we mentioned it earlier, but that tunnel from Mount Pleasant's nice. But they got especially now that it's dark, you can really see the glowing eyes.
I agree.
It's a cool touch.
That's 10 out of 10, I would say.
So far we have them as the number 1 tunnel.
There we go.
Need to start putting these things in order.
There
Make
we
sure
go.
I know of it. Mount Pleasant 1, Jacksonville 2. I don't know why I'm writing it on a piece of paper, but I'm writing it down anyway, Ron. Now we can see the cool look. Again, I want to give a big shout-out to the entire team here at Chad's Media. We got camera women Chloe Copel and Abby Tips, as well as cameraman Jeremy DeLorge and the producer man, Corey Hankins. And, of course, I'm Tyler Lennon. It's Ryan Humphreys. Ready for this second half.
Start with the ball. I think that it's important that – well, it's obviously important that we go down and get some points. That's going to make us feel better about ourselves. But, again, we've talked about it. Let's sustain a drive. Let's put together some first downs. Let's get the run game going. I think, again, we did not have a run game in the first half. Last week I thought we came out of the locker room really running the ball well. And so that's something that I'm looking for this second half.
Yeah, I agree with you. You see the players down there on the sideline. Getting ready for the second half. Now the Mount Pleasant Tigers, who are in control of a 19-point lead. They come out for the second half.
We didn't say it was going to be easy, Tyler. I mean, Mount Pleasant, 5A school, obviously a very familiar foe, I would say. Lots of history with Mount Pleasant and Sulphur Springs, and it wasn't going to be easy. I think Mount Pleasant is much improved, and that's something that a lot of people were probably aware of coming into this deal. You're on the road. It's the second road game of the year, and that first half had a lot of adversity. And so how we bounce back here is gonna show where this one ends up. And I don't think I'm not saying it's over if we don't score this first drive, but we got to get going in gear.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say is, obviously, there's still 24 minutes, or I guess 30. Yeah, 24. Sorry, bad at math. 24 minutes to come back and win this game. But to me, as important or even more so than getting a win is getting the momentum back on your side, just playing good football again. Go into next week, whether you win or lose this game, just go into it feeling more confident and finding a rhythm. I feel like just haven't really been able to find one.
I agree, and Tyler, at the end of the day, these pre-district games are important. They matter. Everyone counts, but it's about district, and so feeling good when district starts is the name of the game.
Great return there from Jackson Harris, something we saw a lot of last year, and a great return to get the second half started. Before we see the Wildcats offense, want to mention our good friends at Triple Crown Roofing. They are your local roofing experts, from repairs to complete roofing systems. With competitive prices and free consultation, they are the easy choice when it comes to roofing. Contact Triple Crown Roofing today at 903-689-0800. Triple Crown Roofing. Roofing done right.
Tyler, in the spirit of starting fast here, I am going to put in the call of a Sulphur Springs touchdown on this drive. I'm hoping that in the locker room we lit a fire. Everyone's pumped up. We're excited about this second half. That's a good first down run.
Yeah, hard run from Rose Luke. I know we talk about it pretty much every time he touches the ball, but he, especially for his size, very hard runner, and he just does not go down on first contact. He's very slippery. So it'll be 2nd and 6. Another give on second down. Another good run. He's still going.
Great second
I think he's got the first down.
I mean, especially for the size of him. I mean, he's not a big guy, but his second effort, last chance push is just.
Yeah, you're looking at the instant replay there. Great run.
Grayson Reams with great blocking downfield. That's what we had to have. I mean, we gotta establish the run, get the chains moving.
Yeah, just 2 plays into this drive, you're already at the 50. We've only been in the Bell Concrete red zone once tonight. It would be nice to, obviously, like you said, get points on the board, but get back down there in the Bell Concrete red zone. And another give on first down. Rose Luke doing his best to try to get something going there, but I think it's going to be just a gain of 0. No loss, no gain.
Definitely need to find a way to get Skylar Lewis the ball. And obviously I know that Mount Pleasant is very much keying on that. But, the best way to get your offense, kind of get upbeat, get some momentum is get your best player the ball. And so
Does
screen.
He have a catch tonight?
It would have to be a screen pass.
Yeah.
Nothing downfield. I know he had a handoff that Mount Pleasant made a really great play on.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's in the slot here.
Brady dropping back.
Right on cue.
And that one is incomplete. It was almost intercepted. So you'll take the incomplete, and that'll bring up, after a couple good plays and a good start to the drive, now it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 50.
Is it 4 down territory?
Yeah.
I mean, if you get, obviously if there's a sack or something, but positive play here, I think you're probably looking at 4 down territory.
Yeah, I agree.
Looks like we've got Iverson Irvine down here.
Brady rolling. He's got Hankins. Hankins has it. He's got the first down all the way up to the 35.
Great play by Hankins there. He kind of had the initial bobble. Brady put some steam on that one, but he's able to haul it in and pick up the first down in the process.
Yeah, great play to stay with it all the way up to the 35, and that's huge to keep this drive rolling. So another set of downs from the 35. Another good run.
A 4 or 5 yard carry on first down. That's obviously, Tyler. I think they're calling him down. Mount Pleasant seems to think they have the ball.
Yeah, okay, I think calling him down there. 9:03. Any chance I get to say 9:03? I'm going to say it now.
So go ahead.
No. You got
two tight ends. That's been pretty run heavy for us.
And it will be another run. Maybe a gain of 1 or so, and it's going to make it about 3rd and 5 from the 30. I was just going to say, I want to give a big shout out to the people of Mount Pleasant. Been very hospitable.
Hospitable, yeah. Hospitable environment.
Yeah, we came over here and they had the big Chad's Media sign on our door. We appreciate that, and they had goodie bags for us.
There you go.
I think that's the first time. No, I don't think that is the first time we've ever gotten goodie bags. So big shout out to Coach Cluley and everyone over here at Mount Pleasant for having us.
Mount Pleasant just setting the bar in multiple
ways,
aspects. Yeah. Run out tunnel, hospitality. We got 5 wide here for Brady Driver.
A quick pass out to Jackson Hare. Jackson has it in his hands. He breaks one. Ryan, I think he's got
Tyler,
the first down.
Huge play there. Didn't get a great block on the screen that we were looking for, but Jackson Hare makes a man miss, and then second effort gets him a first down.
Yeah,
the corner breaks on it great, makes him miss, and then Jackson's able to navigate past 3 guys. That's a huge first down, first down.
That's a great job by Jackson there, and a great job by producer Corey for getting us that instant replay and showing us the,
I think as the weeks go by that Corey's replay skills are going to be just better and better. I mean, that's a playoff level replay.
That was a playoff level replay. So 1st and 10 from the 25, and we've got our first timeout of the second half.
Mountain Pest Control Company. We help homeowners and business owners control bug and pest problems throughout the Mount Pleasant, Mount Vernon, Winnsboro, Pittsburgh, Sulphur Springs, and the surrounding East Texas areas. Don't let pests take control of your life. Trust our reliable pest control service to eliminate unwanted guests and provide you with peace of mind. Safeguard your property and the well-being of your loved ones with our effective pest control solutions. Call us today to find out for yourself why Gary's Termite and Pest Control is your pest control company.
So that was our first time out of the second half. Look at that moon, Ryan.
I was kind of looking at that.
I almost mentioned it a second ago, but I didn't want to say it and the viewers not be able to see it.
Yeah, a bit of a, what do they call that, a blood moon?
Yeah, something like that. You know, last night or 2 nights ago, we had our final, and they're giving names to things that I didn't know were a thing, but it was the final super ultra mega blue moon or something until like 2037.
Hey, you know, Sulphur Springs is like the best site to view a total eclipse.
Yeah,
like in the whole
coming up
world.
like next year, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Let's talk about football.
Let's do it. 1st and 10 from the 25. 7:45 left in the third. Cam Jefferson, his first run of the second half. If it was a gain, it wouldn't have been of much. Second down. 2nd and 9. And the ball's on the ground. I couldn't tell who got there first, but it looked like Mount Pleasant, and it is going to be Mount Pleasant ball. After a good drive, almost got back to the Bell Concrete red zone. Mount Pleasant's going to have it with 7 minutes left in the third with a chance to go make it a 4-score game. Before we see the Mount Pleasant offense again, I want to tell you about Clayton Homes. Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs is dedicated to helping you find the perfect manufactured or modular home for your family. Whether you're still researching or ready to find your dream home today, their team is committed to answering any questions you might have. Visit ClaytonofSulphurSprings.com or give them a call at 903-438-0820 to see how they can make your family's dreams come true.
Tyler, more times than not, the team that wins the turnover battle is going to win the football game, and Sulphur Springs is currently down 2-0.
If you include the turnover on downs, it's 3, and McMinn takes off the other way. Ryan, he is still going. And he either got the first down or got very close after what was almost going to be, it is going to be the first down. That was almost a loss of yards, and before you know it, he's taking off the opposite way. He's got a first down.
Tyler, I hate to be dramatic here, but with 6 minutes left in the third, this drive feels do or die to me.
Does. Yeah.
I think if Mount Pleasant goes and gets 7, that this one is looking pretty bleak.
I don't disagree. McMahon rolling this way, incomplete. And Braxton Wall there made a good play on it.
Braxton Wall, I thought he was going to be able to get his hands on that one, but great pursuit by the defensive line. And 2nd and 10. That's what we need to focus on as a defense, and any time we play, not just tonight.
Just
each play. And so if you're behind the sticks on 1st and 2nd down, your level of success is going to be dramatically lower. And so as a defense, what can we do on 1st and 2nd down to limit what the offense is doing?
Yeah, and it's like you said earlier, you can't score 19 points at a time, but from a defensive standpoint, just this play, how productive can I be on this play?
Right there. I mean, that's, they threw good throw and catch, but that's only 5 or 6 yards, and now we're 3rd down, 3rd and medium. And so this all of a sudden becomes a big one play.
And again, in the sake of, like we had mentioned coming out of the half, whether you win or lose, you just want to get the momentum going your way, find a rhythm. I agree. I think each play is just about that, finding a rhythm. How productive can I be on this play? 3rd and 5. McMahon dropping back. It's got a man, but it is incomplete. Ty Bobby there, kind of breaking that one up.
Great pursuit there by Bobby. Again, another one where I thought we were going to be able to come up with it. But nonetheless, looks like the punt team is coming on, and the defense picks up the offense there. Obviously, after a turnover, defense kind of feels back against the walls, and they were able to come up with a big stop.
Now it's going to be Wyatt Watson to return this time. Again, just one return man. Seen a lot of 2 return men in the past, but tonight been doing a lot of just the 1. Good punt. Good return by Wyatt there. Good return by Wyatt there. He's got that one close to the 40. So the Wildcats will get a chance to answer back with 5 minutes and 34 seconds left here in the third.
Your organization's network and IT problems can come out of nowhere. Essential Business Solutions can solve your IT needs. Let Essential Business Solutions do the IT work for you. Managed IT services, disaster recovery and backup solutions, new hardware, and other IT services as needed. Set up a consultation today.
So the Wildcats taking over from the 40 with 5 minutes, 34 seconds left. Had a nice little drive going last time, but turned the ball over, and it's going to be a give to Cam Jefferson. Stayed on his feet for a minute there and able to gain 1 or 2. Again, not to sound like a broken record, but I mean,
Mount Pleasant, man. We have not been able to get the running game going, and I really think for our passing game, just having those running lanes and the ability to do so, that just really opens it up for Brady. I mean, and Brady's going to run better on passing plays, if that makes sense. So the play breaks down, but now you don't have a loaded box. You're So
speaking of, I mean, it looks pretty loaded right now. Jefferson out in motion. They do pass to him. That one's on the ground, but I think calling it incomplete. And they will. So it'll be 3rd and 9. Or no, 3rd and
about 8.
Yeah.
But, man, I feel like we've been behind the sticks a lot tonight. It's been lots of 3rd and 8s and 3rd and 10s. Here, almost certain that we're going to get a pass. We're bringing Grayson Reams in, be back. Rose Luke runs onto the field, but looks like we've got Hankins, Lewis, and Wyatt. Yeah.
Bray looking for Hankins, incomplete. So we'll see what they decide to do here, but could be a quick 3 and out. Sure looks like your offense.
Like the offense is staying.
I mean, 4:42 left in the 3rd.
It seemed like that third quarter. The third quarter flew.
It has been flying.
No, he's gonna punt it. Yeah,
he is, and it's a great punt. All
Get a
the
good
way
roll.
inside the 20. Go ahead and hop on it.
Yep, good
Yeah,
punt.
solid punt. All the way up to the 18 or the 19.
I thought that was going to be a pretty interesting move to go for it there, just given the field position. But, you do that so that Mount Pleasant isn't able to put a return guy back.
Yeah. Mount Pleasant going to take over. 4 minutes, 33 seconds left in the 3rd. Ryan, when you have a sports injury, Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is the team to trust. With Fellowship Sports Medicine orthopedic surgeon Dr. Christopher Meltsakos and Hand Fellowship trained orthopedic surgeon Dr. Christian Douthit, your health is in good hands. To schedule an appointment in Sulphur Springs, call 903-885-6688. To give on first down. I believe that is Cates again. Yeah, Nicholas Cates. This quarter is flying by, just 4:20 left in the 3rd.
Man, it sure is.
The exact opposite of last week's game.
Yeah, last week's was like, man, I cannot believe there's still 2 quarters left.
I always hate when the games fly by so fast.
I know.
We wait all week.
And then in this one, we need some more time.
Right.
Potentially.
A great second effort to stay on his feet, and he's got the first down. Again, we've been saying it, but just hats off to Mount Pleasant, man. They've really brought it tonight. It's a good team. And it's about as good of a first 7 quarters to their season as it could be. I mean, a double-digit win last week against Pittsburgh, and you're up 19-0 here with about 15 minutes left in this one. Another give to Cates. I went up to about the 40. Just 3:30 left in the 3rd.
That clock is getting low quick, especially, they're running the ball, keeping that clock moving.
I'll tell you, we still obviously 15 minutes left in this one, but I'm excited for next Friday night. Finally back at the Prim.
Absolutely.
Been a long time. Zach Thomas.
That's going to be intentional grounding. Oh, they're saying that the running back is in the area. My deal on that is that it's not a screen pass. He's in a blocking position. Ball isn't anywhere near the line of scrimmage. He could have been out of the pocket there, but
that'll bring up about 3rd and 4. With exactly 3 minutes left in the 3rd.
And all of a sudden, we talked about playing one play at a time defensively. Well, this is a big one.
McMinn, look at a pass. Now he's going to take off. He slides. He's going to be a bit short, though.
Actually starts where the slide began It's marked where the slide began, and so it's going to be a little farther back. That's going to be short.
Yeah, and they are sending the punt team out there. So
up 19, I think it's a punt. You're going to have to punt it.
Yeah, I think so, especially from the 40. Even though it is just 4th and 2, at this point, time is the one that's on your side in field position.
Well, and Sulphur Springs offense hasn't shown.
That is true.
I mean, they hadn't threatened the end zone in a long time, so don't spot them an extra 30 yards.
Yeah.
And so I think that you punt here.
And it is a good punt.
Definitely a Mount Pleasant bounce.
Smartly going to let that one go. Ryan, we've mentioned it. This is, I guess, a third time now, but the Wildcats will get the ball with a chance to try to cut it back to a 2-score game. Before they do, I want to tell you about Aaron Neal, the principal agent and owner of Hanby Insurance in Rockwall. Aaron began her career back in 1999 and was born and raised in the Dallas area. If you're in the Rockwall and Dallas area, give her a call at 972-285-0381 to see how she can help you today. Wildcats will have about 85 yards to go or so.
Tyler, the biggest comeback I was ever a part of, just like this, did not get the start in the second half that we wanted. Things were getting late in the third quickly, and we were able to pull off the comeback. So I'm hoping for a little magic.
There you go. Not a bad start to the drive as Rose Luke gets you about 4 or 5 there. And obviously in a night where you've been shut out through the first 3 quarters, you're looking for positives. Rose Luke has been one of them, I would think, on the offensive side of the ball.
And Skylar is not happy about something on this sideline over here. Really,
yeah, I couldn't tell
really
what it
getting
was,
animated with this referee. He needs to be careful. Gotta control what we can control.
Control the controllable. Play clock down to just 6. Reams in motion. Another give to Rose Luke. And it looked like he was going to get a little hole there, but very quickly Mount Pleasant wrapped him up. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5 or so, 3rd and 6. There are exactly 13 minutes left in this one. I have Skylar and Wyatt on the far side, Jackson Hare and Chris Adams on this side. Rose Luke in the backfield. Play clock down to 5. Rose Luke in motion. Brady looking for Skylar. Incomplete.
You know, number 9 for the Mount Pleasant Tigers, he's following Skylar Lewis, and he's really doing a great job of containing him tonight.
Yeah, we talk about how good of a secondary they have, and we're definitely seeing it. I don't know that we've seen Skylar Lewis or just the Wildcats passing game in general be shut down like this. I don't think we have. We haven't. Now the offense still out there. We'll see if it's going to be the same thing as last time, or
it's going to be a false start.
Yep. So it'll bring it back to 4th and 10.
So Brady stays out there. I would definitely expect him to punt, but to keep the Mount Pleasant defense honest, he's going to line up kind of in that, that 5-yard range, back up to 7.
Which is what he's doing now. Mount Pleasant quickly trying to get back. And it is
going
another
to roll
good
pretty
punt,
good,
especially if you can get the roll. Which
didn't get the roll that I was thinking, but still pretty good punt.
Yeah, that'll set it up to the 42 with just 27 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Real quick, some other friends I want to tell you about. Discount Wheel and Tire, and I actually went and saw them yesterday. But Discount Wheel and Tire of Sulphur Springs, nice.
Went today, yep.
They offer a full line of Michelin tires. When you're looking for the right tire, the choice is easy. Michelin packs more science into their tires to bring together safety, durability, fuel efficiency, and performance without trade-offs. Match the right tire with the right service today. Discount Wheel and Tire, proudly serving our Wildcats for over 25 years. Yeah, I'd gotten a nail in my tire Thursday morning, and they, as always, got me taken care of.
I got 2 new tires this morning.
Nice. Yeah, I love the people over at Discount Wheel and Tire. Kristen and Jared and the whole team.
So Tyler, it's the third time that the defense has been out in this second half. They're 2 for 2. This one, again, we're just not. Just offense isn't helping out the defense tonight.
Just having a real hard time finding a rhythm.
That's how the ball is bouncing in this one, and so again, the defense has to come up big here.
What I would assume is going to be the final play of this third quarter. Man, rolling. Just kidding. We'll have 2 plays in this quarter. Anytime I say that, you just know,
Man, I'm believing that the Sulphur Springs offense can get it going because the defense, it looks completely have done a 180. The Mount Pleasant offense hasn't. I bet they have 25 yards this half.
Very reminiscent of the Utah-Florida game last night, where the Utah offense was just on fire that first half and then just couldn't really get a lot going in that second half.
Shout out college football being back.
Love college football being back.
Yes, it's the best time of the year.
McMinn passes. It's complete. He's still going. All the way to the end zone.
Boy, if that was an announcer's curse.
That is going to be a 58-yard touchdown pass. Yeah, it's on us.
It's pretty much quadruple the amount of yards they had in this second half. And Tyler, that is going to make this one tough.
It is. It's 25 right now. You could go for it to make it 27 or just kick to make it 26.
With that big of a lead, you just kick. But, man, really well-designed play.
Very.
Obviously just a typical jail screen, but the offensive line gets out, kind of creates that wall, and it's blocked perfectly. He had one man to beat. He did that, and 58 yards later, the Mount Pleasant Tigers are up 26-0.
They are. There'll be 8.5 seconds left here in this third quarter, but outside of a kick return touchdown, your Wildcats are going to be trailing by 26 going into the fourth quarter.
Katie Adair with Janet Martin Realty. I'm also the proud mother of 2 boys and an officer in Mother's Culture Club. I understand the importance of a safe and supportive community for your family. That's why I'm passionate about helping people find their perfect home. When you work with me, you get more than just a realtor. You get a trusted partner who is active in the community and cares about you and your family's future. So if you're looking for a realtor who is passionate about helping you find the perfect home, make sure to give me a call. I look forward to helping you.
Eight and a half seconds left here in the third quarter. Ryan, I think this one very much becomes just finishing this game as strong as possible and giving yourself some positives to go into next week.
Yep, I was going to make the same comment. I'm not saying this one is over yet. I've seen crazier things with less time, but this has not been the best 7 quarters of football that the Wildcats have played. I don't think that's an outrageous statement at all. And so let's play a really good 8th quarter of football and feel a lot better going into week 3.
100%. That one returned by Jackson Heron. He'll go out at about the 30 with 1.5 seconds left in this quarter.
This has been the longest 30 seconds of all time.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, I agree. If, like you had mentioned, probably not the first 7 quarters that you wanted to start this season, but have a really strong 8th one, and then you finally get to come back to the Prim and get rolling. I know we mentioned it earlier, but we will have the Cody Drug giveaway next week, and that'll be done on air live at halftime of right here on Chad's Media. Will Douglas will join us, and he'll be.
Can I draw it?
Will's doing the drawing. I wish, but
man,
we will be present for it though. Brady, quick pass out to Wyatt Watson. Wyatt has it, cuts back inside. And again, just a great play there from Wyatt. Gets it up to about the 42 or the 43, and that will do it for the third quarter. So we'll go into the fourth with the Wildcats trailing 26-0.
Springs Wildcats, Pastor Joel Tiemeyer here from the Way Bible Church, and we are beyond excited to support you in all things this year. Whether it's on the field, in the classroom, or in your personal lives, we are here cheering you on every step of the way. Also, we want to extend an invitation to each and every one of you to join us at the Way Bible Church on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. or 10:45 a.m., also on Wednesday nights at 6:15 p.m. At the Way, we are all about experiencing life change. We have a vibrant community awaiting to welcome you with open arms. Join us at the Way Bible Church, and let's embark on this journey of transformation together. Let's go Wildcat.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will be 12 minutes of football left in this one. I want to thank every single one of you for hanging out with us, whether it be on Chad's Media or Front Porch News here on this Friday night. Always love to be able to spend our Friday nights with y'all. I love being able to spend my Friday nights with you, Ryan. It's always a fun time. We'll be back, obviously, again next Friday night starting at 7 p.m. But if you want to watch us before then, on Wednesday nights, we'll have Down and Out. We'll be back. Myself, Ryan, producer Corey. Have a lot of football to talk about.
Absolutely.
Get to bring back the
NFL's back next week. College is up and running.
I love how it's spaced out. You get high school football, then next week college football, then NFL, and then we're all just.
And then it's off to the races to February.
Then we're rolling. So the first play of the fourth quarter is a give to Cam Jefferson. Strong run from Cam. Gets up close to the 50.
Just another really great tackle by Mount Pleasant. I mean, last week Cam Jefferson, when he got the ball in his hands, Jacksonville really didn't tackle him great. Obviously a bigger kid running hard. But again, Mount Pleasant, pretty good tackle there in open field.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant's a team that I'm definitely going to want to keep my eye on for the rest of the year. I mean, starting the season strong so far. Obviously, they're 5A, but
they play in the district that I played in, kind of the Hallsville, Pine Tree, Marshall.
Yeah, we'll get one of their district opponents next week, I guess. Brady dropping back to pass.
That is a hellacious pass interference. And really, it was a double move, and so I'm sure you might see the replay. I'm sure once Skylar had the double move, we got a bit of grabby. Yep.
Yeah, this looked now, I was a big WWE fan as a kid, and that looked almost like
that's going to be 15.
11-11 left in this one. Make a wish, Ron.
So across the 50.
You're not going to make an 11-11 wish?
I don't want to say it out loud.
There you go. There you go.
So across the 50 for the first time. No, we had the turnover. I was going to say first time this second half, but we did have a turnover. Or was that the second halh where we fumbled?
Yeah, it was the second half.
All right.
Because we had gotten close to the Bell Concrete red zone.
We had felt pretty good. But big penalty there.
That'll put you up, to the 36?
Again, it is proven we cannot score 26 points on this drive. It won't happen.
Yeah.
And so we need to do our best to score 7 and then go from there, one play at a time.
Brady dropping back, looking for Skylar again. And another.
Oh, man.
2 plays, both thrown to Skylar Lewis, and it's looking like pass interference on both of them.
Get a second look at this one. Yep, he got there early. He sure did.
Now, Skylar did a good job of beating his man off the line there.
Yeah, and also, you've heard me talk about this. Those referees are looking – they want to see the defender turn around and play the ball.
Yeah.
And so if you're being handsy and you're not even looking anywhere close in the direction of the ball, you're kind of just looking into the receiver's eyes, a lot of times you are going to get flagged for that.
Yeah, and we do have a player down on the field. Still 11 minutes and 5 seconds left in this one while we've got a second. Another friend I want to tell you about is that of Gary's Pest Control. They help homeowners and business owners control bug and pest problems all throughout East Texas. They immediately assess and address current pest infestations and help you prevent them from happening again in the future. Give them a call today at 866-588-4279. So 2 plays in a row, both thrown to Skylar Lewis, and pass interference on both of them. And that'll bring you all the way up 1 yard outside of the Bell Concrete red zone. So Wyatt Watson, the lone receiver on this side. You got Grayson Reams there in the B-back. Dropping back to pass. Rolling out. Going to have to just keep this one. Great run from Brady Driver all the way up inside the 10, and there is a flag. 3 plays in a row. It's not
So
a bad way to drive
a little
up the
bit of
field.
juice on the field for the Wildcats. Brady, it looked like he might throw it away. It looked like he might just try to get a couple yards. He's able to tightrope down the line, get the first down, and a pretty generous late hit call. But got to protect the quarterback.
Yeah.
And automatic first down after the first down for the Wildcats.
And we might be getting a timeout from Mount Pleasant here.
With three penalties in a row,
yeah,
it's
not a bad
probably
time.
a good timeout.
Then you've got all your timeouts. You know, you're up 26 with 11 minutes left. If there's ever a time to go ahead and use a timeout, I don't blame them for using it there.
Obviously, this is a must score for the Wildcats if we have any hope for getting back into this one. I wish it was 24 because then we could go for 2 and it'd be a 3-score game. But 26, so 4-score game. But you get a touchdown here and then we'll go from there.
What's the saying about 4-score? I keep wanting to use it, but I don't remember what the exact phrase is. But
I want to say that it's an Abe Lincoln reference.
It might be.
Yeah. Producer Corey is saying that it's an Abe Lincoln reference.
I was about to say, if I trust anyone with history reference, it is Producer Corey. If it's golf, yeah, he's got them all. Tell me you're a 30-year-old white man without telling me. 10 minutes, 56 seconds left in this one, and your Wildcats are in the Bell Concrete red zone. It'll be 1st and goal from about the 5, or the 4, rather. And it's very much looking Brady's bull.
It's a Brady bull package, and that is the right call here. And I would run it on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Get 4 tries, huh?
Yep.
Brady.
It's only going to take 1.
He doesn't need 4. He just needs the 1.
So there's 6 points.
He had 4 touchdowns last week. That'll be number 5.
We are going to go for it, So you go for it, you get this, you make it an 18-point game. You obviously would need to score 2 more touchdowns, get those 2-point conversions, but then you're a field goal away from being ahead. So we got a long way to go in this one, but like we've said, you can't score 26 at once, and so 6 or 8 is a good start.
Agreed. He's got 3 receivers to his right, but he's looking left for Skylar. Does he have it? Skylar Lewis.
Boy, that is.
He is a grown man. Let's look at this instant replay. That's just a great.
I mean, that's not coverable if he's making that catch because that's really great coverage.
Yeah.
He's all over it. Brady.
Very much almost like basketball, just kind of boxing my man out.
Yeah, Brady throws a good ball outside, and Skylar just is able to get his mitts on it.
Yeah, Brady does a good job of putting it to where only Skylar would be able to get to it. Skylar closes the man off, and at that point, you've just got to hold on, and he does. So that'll make it 26-8.
Onside kick here. I see that Mount Pleasant is looks like they're signaling for the hands team. That's the gist that I'm getting of it. Which I don't know. Will Sulphur Springs do that or not?
Make a little more noise over there, Corey. $10 minutes and 51 seconds here. Is it just me, or has there been a long time since the 2-point conversion? Corey's had enough time to open and eat a bag of chips over there. What is that? What are those called? Yeah, Gorditos. I was a big fan of those.
Does look like we are going to onside kick here. Got 4 guys to the left of the kicker. You have to have 4 on one side of the ball. but I would guess onside kick. Going to kick it deep?
I don't mind kicking it deep.
No, I mean, there is a lot of time.
Yeah.
I more so was speaking from we're down 18 standpoint, but 10:40, plenty of time. So we finally get the touchdown we needed out of the offense, and now it's time for the defense to step up.
Yeah, 26-8. Got yourself on the board there. You know, the defense, obviously they did score that last time on what was a big play, but, I mean, the defense had done a really good job in the second half up to that point. Hoping if you could force another 3 and out here, I mean, what, down 18? Like you said, if you had scored twice and got the 2 point twice, you would then need a field goal to win. McMahon running. Good hit there from, I think, Grayson Hardy maybe. Yeah. The sophomore safety. 10.5 left in this one. 2nd and 2. To give on 2nd down. He's making his way to the outside, all the way up to the 50. It's a race up to the 30, and Grayson Hardy is the one who brings him down. It's a great run there. Tony Grant's a baller.
Really great block by 55 on the pull there for Mount Pleasant. Just running out of time, Tyler.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with the ball, inside the 30-yard line, just really running out of time.
Yeah, the Wildcats were trying to peek their way back in, just like this kid in the press box next to me keeps looking into our window. But 9:30 left in this one. McMahon passing. What a catch! 30-yard touchdown pass. Great play. That is the freshman, B.J. Brannon. Big-time play from the freshman. Oh, that's a cool celebration. They've got a camera down there or something. That's fun. Mason McMahon had himself
He's
a night.
had quite the night.
Obviously, we only give player of the games for Wildcat wins, but, I mean, if we were given one tonight, I think that's who it would go to. Kick is up, and it is good. That makes it 33-8 with 9 minutes and 21 seconds left in this one. We've been pretty lucky with our organization's network and IT problems tonight, but if we were having troubles with it, I think Essential Business Solutions is who we'd call. Your organization's network and IT problems can come out of nowhere. Let Essential Business Solutions do all the IT work for you. From managed IT services, disaster recovery, and backup solutions, new hardware, and other IT services as needed. Give them a call at 903-335-7581. Essential Business Solutions. They make technology accessible. Somehow the moon went from a very orange-red to what now looks very yellow. Or even white. Nine minutes, 21 seconds left in this one. Wildcats back to return.
That's going to go out of bounds. Nope. Stays in.
Another return for Hare. Up to about the 25, so. What would have been a touchback? And as a solid drive from the Wildcats on the last one, finally able to get some points on the board. Another one of those would be nice. I lied, not the 25, it'll be the 24.
Well, Tyler, here, let's put a drive together. Let's try to put some points on the board and, feel better about going into next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm thinking that this one is maybe a little too late, but let's get some fight out of the Wildcats.
Play action. It's up to
There
Skylar
it
Lewis.
is.
Skylar Lewis passes man.
And just like that, it ain't
76
over yet.
yards to the crib. Skylar Lewis with his third touchdown of the season.
Oh, not over yet. You score that quick.
Yeah.
It's going to keep it in. Skylar, just a
great catch, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's way too much space for him to catch it running full speed.
Corey,
I mean,
run it back. Let's see it one more time.
He's gonna make you pay every single time. I mean, he's catching the ball.
Now, is that play action or is that RPO?
That's an RPO.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking that is. He could have handed that off, but I can tell you. Let me look in the backfield. Yeah, he could have definitely handed that off.
Shout out to producer Corey for hitting us with the
good
pause
read
there.
by Brady Driver there, but way too much space for Skylar Lewis. You get that much, he's going to make you pay every time.
Now it's looking very Brady's Bulls package. It is, and I think he gets in. He does. So that'll make it 33 to 16.
We're back. We're back where we started.
To quote Sam Ellinger, "We're back."
Not yet, but not yet. But I do 9 minutes, down 18. We're at least have a fighter's chance here.
Yeah, 33-16, 9 minute, 1 second left in this one. While we got a second, want to give a shout out to one of our friends. We got to see her today as well. Katie Adair with Janet Martin Realty. When you work with Katie, you get more than just a realtor. You get a trusted partner who is active in the community and cares about you and your family's future. So if you're looking for a realtor who is passionate about finding you and your family the perfect home, be sure to call her at 903-243-2304. Been really fortunate over the last year or two to get to know some of the people here in Hopkins County, and love Katie. She's a great one. Yeah, we got to see her earlier today. So Mount Pleasant was very much expecting the onside kick last time, and that's not the route we went. I wonder, it seemed to be further back this time, maybe. Or I don't know.
No, we're kicking it deep. Or it could be a surprise onside kick. You never know.
Eric Rodriguez. Lets that one fly.
It's a great kick.
I'm a big fan of Eric Rodriguez. Done a good job so far. So we'll see what the Wildcat defense can do. I think after the huge 76-yard touchdown, probably a little bit of momentum, a little bit of fired up. Would need a 3 and out or something in that realm. Have we forced a turnover yet this year? Oh yeah, the fumble.
Yeah, we had the fumble
against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Which arguably was maybe the play of the game.
Oh, without question.
Yeah.
Well, we could use one right here.
That would be nice.
For sure.
Pass is complete. Still going. I think he's got a first down out of it. So it won't be a 3 and out. Could be a 4 and out.
I do think if I am Mount Pleasant, I don't want to get too conservative.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know it's an 18-point game, but just call your normal offense. And, they're moving the ball fairly well tonight. Obviously, 33 points is a good night offensively, but I think just call your stuff.
Yeah, if anything, where the conservativeness would come out of is just taking your time in between plays.
Right.
Let the clock run.
I would agree.
3 receivers right. It is a handoff. Wildcat defense does a good job of getting them down quickly. I believe that's Laren Vaughn on the tackle. I like Laren. Solid linebacker.
He seems to be in on a lot of the action.
Again, I want to thank everyone for spending their Friday night with us. Hopefully you choose, if you can't come and support the Wildcats in person next week, which we strongly encourage everybody to do. I want to see the Prim packed, but if you can't, join us right here on Front Porch News and Chad's Media. Or watch us, listen to us while you're watching the game. I know a lot of people like to go to the game and then watch immediately after. Passes. It is complete. Up past the 50 before finally going down.
I've been impressed with Mount Pleasant's receivers tonight, too.
Yeah.
I feel like they've got a couple different playmakers for sure.
Yeah, that's Barksdale, who I know we've seen a handful of times. It was the freshman, B.J. Brandon, who made the touchdown catch on the last drive. I think Tony Grant might be the one I've been the most, obviously, the running back, just a sophomore. He's been very good tonight. It was great last week as well. It's another give. Still going. Finally brought down at the 35. You know, Nicholas Cates, he's been really, really good tonight as well. Be pretty hard pressed to find a player from Mount Pleasant who hasn't been good tonight, you know. Been really good all around on both sides of the ball. So that one's up to the 35 now. Almost halfway through this final quarter. Just 5 seconds on the play clock.
Boom!
TJ Bolden had a sack earlier tonight. Now he's got a tackle for loss. The sophomore is having a breakout game.
Yeah, that was the old takeoff
See
run
him here on the instant replay, number 32 right here. I'm trying to circle him.
Completely
unblocked. Just a great
unblocked.
jump, by the way.
Yeah.
He read that, timed it perfectly. Corey, let that finish
Boom.
out. Play it one more time for me.
Big hit.
Again, watch number 32 here, kind of at the bottom of your screen. He just times this very, very well. He's coming up to the line. Timed it perfect. Boom.
Yeah,
And if he wasn't there, Zach Thomas and Braxton Walt were going to be there. McMahon drop it back to pass. He's got Barksdale. Barksdale puts his head down, runs quickly up to the 30.
Mount Pleasant has executed the screens very well tonight.
That'll bring up 3rd and 5 from the 30. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in this one. Wonder if this is 4-down territory or not.
Just to go ahead and put it away if you had the chance.
Well, yeah, and I don't know that you can kick from that far. There is a flag on the play, so it might be a free play. That one's incomplete. And I think it may have been offsides, yeah. Which is a bummer because that would have brought it. I mean, again, the play goes very differently if there's not offsides. Who knows how that one plays out. But let's say it is an incomplete pass. Now you're looking at 4th and 5, and the clock obviously stopped. I don't think you would have been able to kick from there, but I don't know that. From the 30, I mean, you're looking at...
No, probably not. But that is going to be enough to move the chains.
Tis a moot point. 1st and 10 from the 25. 5 minutes and 19 seconds left in this one. Laren Vaughn trying to make the tackle. They do bring him down.
And if you're Sulphur Springs,
TJ Bolden again.
You really got to do everything you can to punch the ball out.
Yeah.
I mean, that needs to be your...
Which I think very much is what they were trying to do there.
Yeah.
I know I've said it 1,000 times tonight, but TJ Bolden having a night. Just a sophomore, so...
Yeah, and I think, you know, no Nathan Andrews on the defense tonight, no Austin Chaney.
Yeah.
I think that has shown. I mean, we've certainly missed those guys.
There you go, wrapping him up. Bring down Grant. Day Hall, the one making the tackle there. So now 3rd and 8 from the 23. And again, time is going quickly. Just 4:20 left in this one. A lot of the stands starting to clear out already. Dropping back. Pass is complete. He's got the first down. He's still going. There's a flag on the play.
Certainly holding on the offense by Mount Pleasant there.
Yeah.
Which really I don't know if there was even any need, but that one's coming back. Still going to be a first down, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, because the flag's not thrown into what, like the 2-yard line? So that brings up 1st and 10 from the 13. Clock's running. Play clock down to 10. Now down to 5. Wildcat defense does a good job of getting to him quickly there. A number of Wildcats were in on that one. Just 3:20 left. Back to 5A opponents for the Wildcats, huh?
Yep.
Have Hallsville next week. Very excited for that for the home opener.
Was Jacksonville 5A or 4A?
I believe Jacksonville's 4A, but I might have that wrong.
Yeah, but I know Hallsville's 5.
Yeah.
Mount Pleasant and Hallsville were same district.
Yeah. McMahon rolling. Pass is complete.
Oh, ball.
The ball is out.
So it should be Sulphur Springs ball, and it's going to be a touchback. Thankfully not on the 1.
Yeah, we look at the instant replay here. And that was to Nicholas Cates.
Yep,
is that Braxton Wall who forces that?
Yep,
yeah, Braxton Wall.
Again, just a great, they're going for the ball. That's what Sulphur Springs had to do to give themselves some sort of a chance. We're able to come up with the turnover. And
yeah, you had just mentioned that just a minute or two ago.
So down 18 here, 2 minutes and 39 seconds. Obviously, about a 1% chance here, but a chance nonetheless.
Yeah, Braxton Wall with the forced fumble there. He's a playmaker.
Yeah, no, I think the first 2 weeks we've certainly seen that.
Brady dropping back to pass. I think he was looking for Schuyler, but Schuyler in double coverage. Coming back this way. He's going to throw it away. Yeah, and the Mount Pleasant defense did a great job there. You could tell he was looking for Schuyler, and I think Mount Pleasant was kind of aware of that and did a good job of doubling him up real quick. Got a player down for the Wildcats with 2.5 minutes left in this one. Hoping for nothing too bad. And obviously hate to see that anytime a player's down, but with 2.5 minutes left in a game, you especially hate to see that.
He's walking off on his own power, so
love to see that.
Looks to be okay. Might have just got the breath knocked out of him.
Yeah, maybe. That was Wyatt Watson, but again, like you said, he's up, walking it off, almost jogging it off even, so looks good. So now there'll be 2.5 minutes on the dot. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Brady's going to have Schuyler, Jackson, and Iverson on this side.
Gotta figure they're looking for Skylar Lewis here.
He's rolling. He's got Jackson Hare. Jackson
That's a tough one to hold
almost.
on
That is
to.
very, very
Yep.
tough. I think he did a good job to rein it in to the extent that he did.
Yeah, that's just kind of got sandwiched there by two defenders. Going to be tough to come up with that one. So, right here, 3rd and 10, I think you need to be thinking, okay, we don't have to get all 10 on this first play because it obviously is 4-down territory given the circumstances.
Yeah, I think almost treating this more of like a situational, I've got 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
If this
No, I
were a
understand.
one-score game or a tie game,
Yep.
treat it kind of like that.
Well,
Actually
and
gonna get a timeout.
if I'm a coach here, I'm looking for, we played to the whistle. There wasn't any question of effort. We're gonna play this thing to the end, regardless of the score. And I think Sulphur Springs is doing that. Obviously, you get the turnover on the last drive. We're trying to move the ball here. But I mean, under no circumstances was this what we wanted tonight. This was not ideal. This is not what I thought, not what you thought, not what Sulphur Springs thought. But you got to bounce back from it.
Yeah, I want to mention one more time. Obviously, after wins, we announce a player of the game, present them with the chain, and then you do the post-game interviews with them. Unless they do come back in this one, we won't be doing it. But that is brought to you by the Way Bible Church. They want to extend an invitation to everyone to join them on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. or 10:45 a.m. Also on Wednesday nights at 6:15 p.m. At the Way, they are all about experiencing life change. They have a vibrant community awaiting to welcome you with open arms. Join them at the Way Bible Church to embark on a journey of transformation together. Obviously posted the picture of Brady from last week, and that got a ton of love.
I like the chain.
I do too. I'm a fan.
But I do think I think the chain needs to come out in nights that we win.
Agreed. Hopefully
next week.
Hopefully next Friday night. Yeah. Brady looking to pass.
That's
He's
going to be
got
a first
it.
down.
And that is Jackson
come on.
Hare. Are they marking him short?
Looks a little short.
Okay, he's telling him to come on. Looking at the replay here.
I thought that should have been a first down.
Fitting that into a pretty tight window there. Jackson does a good job of coming to it.
Yep, just zone coverage. He kind of finds his niche, and Brady's able to deliver a ball and move the chains.
Looking deep, looking for Skylar Lewis. He's got him. Skylar Lewis with the catch.
Run
and
that
just
play.
like that, he's up past 100 yards on the night.
Run that play.
Looking at the replay here. On the last two drives alone, he's gotten over 100 yards now.
Skylar, not that he is not fast, but you wonder how fast is Skylar, but it seems like he's just fast enough. He seems to be always behind whoever's covering him.
And it's going to be...
He's got single coverage up top. I'd go right back to him.
Again.
Yep.
And there's
the
a flag.
Yep, okay.
Well, that was Mount Pleasant. Yeah, that was press.
I'm probably not zero coverage, press man, no safety help over top on the guy that has 100 yards in his last two catches.
Especially in a situation like this, you think it's kind of dropping back.
Where we are actively and must have a score almost instantly. That's probably not the defense that I'm running.
Yeah, thinking just kind of keeping everything in front of you.
Yeah, give up obviously time is way on Mount Pleasant's side, so give up the 10-yard completion. Tyler's actually, okay, dang it. We've got a hold on the offense and a hold on the defense, so those penalties are going to offset. So, again,
first and 10.
Seems that no safety help to
looking like a press
Skylar. I'm going right back to him, almost certainly.
And the play was blown dead. Was it a timeout or what was it?
I'm not sure. So now it's a timeout, Mount Pleasant.
Okay. Yeah, they're really dedicated to just the single press coverage on Skylar over there. And the band is rocking right now. Always love to see that state finalist Wildcat band. Hoping for another strong year from them. Got to make the trip down to San Antonio, Corey and Chloe and I, last year to cover them, and very much hoping for the same thing this year. Finished 4th in the state last year. Think they can crack the top 3 this year. Again, want to thank everyone for hanging out with us, and want to give a big shout out to everyone on the Chad's media team. Obviously, Ryan and I are the ones you see in here, but it's a lot bigger than us. We got producer Corey, we got cameraman Jeremy DeLorge, and camera women Chloe Copel and Abby Tips. Great effort all around from everyone tonight, I feel like. A little biased, probably. Again, going to be press coverage for Skylar over there, but I think he's going to have some safety help back here. Brady dropping back to pass. He's looking for Wyatt Watson. That one incomplete. Good to see Wyatt back out there. Yeah, I think like you said earlier, maybe just got the wind knocked out of him probably.
Tyler, how you feeling about the college football game of the weekend, LSU versus Florida State?
I'm feeling like it's time to get some revenge from last year. Started the year off with a loss against them last year, but went on to have a way better season than anyone I think was predicting LSU to have. I think go back and get a win this time. That way I don't have to get bullied by Corey when I walk into work. Brady looking to pass. That one incomplete. The Tigers did a good job of knocking that one down.
Man, it's just tough in this position because Mount Pleasant obviously knows we're trying to chunk the rock. Brady's just throwing it up, giving us a chance, and so that's certainly tough to really move a drive consistently.
Yeah, now it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 32. 1 minute, 25 seconds left. Got Iverson, Jackson, and Skylar here on the near side. Grayson Reams in the B-back. Cam Jefferson, the running back. Brady rolling. Throws it at the last second. He's got Jackson Hare. Jackson Hare's got it up inside the 10. And with a little over a minute left, the Wildcats are back inside the Bell Concrete red zone. Another solid outing from Jackson Hare here tonight. Looking at the replay, Brady kept that alive as long as he could.
Great job throwing back inside, which is normally a dangerous thing to do. But when you're moving the pocket, he's able to find Jackson Hare, who's done a good job of finding kind of that gap.
I was going to say, a good job of Jackson of kind of finding the open area. Brady rolling to his left, cuts back in.
Maybe just short, so 50 seconds. We have 3 timeouts, but we're going to need them one way or another.
Going quickly, Brady sneaks in. And that's going to be the 3rd touchdown of the night for Brady Driver. 2 rushing, 1 passing. He had 4 last week, so that's 7 touchdowns on the season. Obviously, he did have the interception earlier tonight, but a little 7-to-1 ratio, not bad.
So we will go for 2 here. We're down 11. This would make it 9. Boy, it'd be interesting if we didn't have to do it 2 more times.
Yeah.
If we just had to do it once, we would at least have an onside kick chance. But just 40 seconds, don't know that that's going to be enough.
Yeah, and at 9, you could touchdown field goal.
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure. But if we had to get 1 onside kick, I'd feel a little better than if we had to do it twice.
Brady rolling. Looking for Jackson again. That one picked off in the end zone. Brady going to try to bring it down, not able to do so. Going down the sideline. And it's going to be 2 points for Mount Pleasant.
2 points, yep. So there's their 2 missed extra points right there.
Yeah, so that'll make it 35-22.
So 13-point game. Really the only difference that makes is now you need 2 touchdowns instead of 1 touchdown and a field goal.
Yeah.
But good heads-up play by the Tigers there. Still does not change that we're going to need 2 onside kicks here.
Right. You'll have 40 seconds exactly to do so. Not every day you see that. We saw one the Wildcats had last year. They had blocked the PAT, and I believe it was Riley Hammonds that took it back to the house. I think we only saw the one last year, though. I think that's just the second time we've gotten to see that happen on a broadcast. Ryan, I can't get into to details or anything. I want it to be a surprise. I think it will be a surprise even to you, but it'll be a surprise to all of our viewers. But, we've been adding things we're trying to add things all the time, like the instant replay, the picture-in-picture. We've got something very cool for home games, and I'm excited for all of our viewers to see that. Again, if you can go support the team in person at the Prim, please do so. But for anyone that can't, we'll be right here starting at 7 p.m. for our pregame show.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back at the Prim. It's always good to be home. We've got two of those matchups in a row. Hallsville's coming to town next week, who's going to be another tough test.
Yeah.
And obviously coming off of in 40 seconds, it's probably going to be a loss. But coming off that, you hope to have a little fire, lit under you for next week, and it's another opportunity to get going in the right direction for district.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for the Wildcats. Obviously, fell just short to Hallsville on the road last year, and I don't want to, speak on behalf of anybody, but I feel like that's a bit of a rivalry in itself. Sulphur Springs and Hallsville.
I had plenty of really heated moments against the Hallsville Bobcats in my day. Baseball, basketball, football, pretty much everything.
The way I do know it is a bit of a rivalry is when we had Principal Mohan on last week. He said that he was from Hallsville, and he's like, and before y'all say anything.
Yeah, and he's like, okay. Yeah. No.
So getting ready for this onside kick.
If I'm Mount Pleasant here, I'm not afraid to take a timeout, make sure, hey, this is – Hands team, we got to make sure we got all our ducks in a row. I tell you what, I was on the Hands team at Sam Houston, and it is nerve-wracking.
I would 1,000% believe
you were
that.
right there. You know where the ball's going, and you've got 6 guys that are flying down to knock your head off. It was something for sure.
Yeah, as soon as I make contact with this ball.
Yeah, I'm getting smoked.
Here is the onside attempt.
Oh, just a little far. Never got the big hop. But that is effectively going to do it.
Yeah, now, obviously Sulphur Springs does have all 3 timeouts, but I say that.
I don't know that they'll take them or not.
And I don't even know if that's true. That's what it shows on the scoreboard, but I halfway think we used a timeout earlier. So
yeah, I couldn't tell you, but I don't think we would use one here. Just not or not, Tyler. It's really as simple as that. Offense never could seem to get in a rhythm. The Mount Pleasant offense, hats off to Mason McMinn. He had a heck of a game, very efficient, didn't turn the ball over, and they were able to, I said we had to limit the big play, and it seemed like Mount Pleasant continuously made big plays, and sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles.
I will say in a game that you were getting shut out for a huge majority of, to finish the game with 22 points. We talked about just finishing strong and trying to carry some momentum and some positive things into next week's game. I feel like they've done that. Yeah, the knee is taken. And that will do it by a final score of 35-22. The Mount Pleasant Tigers remain undefeated on the year, and the Wildcats will take their first loss, falling to 1-1. They'll be back at home for the first time next week to see if they can turn it into 2-1. Looking at some final stats for the night, TJ Bolden had a sack and a tackle for loss. Braxton Wall had a forced fumble. Brady finishes with 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing, and then Skylar Lewis had the 1 receiving touchdown of the night. That brings him up to 3 on the year. Ryan, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Just the next be upset about this the rest of the night and into the morning, and tomorrow afternoon enjoy some college football, and you need to be thinking about how do we get better from this? How in 7 days, what can I do in the next 7 to not let this happen again against Hallsville? We're going to be at home. We don't have to get on a bus. Should be a packed crowd at the Prim. and let's put this behind us.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. For all of you who hung out with us tonight, whether it be on Front Porch News or Chad's Media, thank you so much. You can find us again on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for Down and Out, and then next Friday, same time, same place, starting at 7 p.m. for the pregame show, and then 7:30 kickoff. On behalf of everyone here at Chad's Media, camera women Chloe Copel and Abby Tips, cameraman Jeremy DeLorge, the producer man Corey Hankins, my partner Ryan Humphreys, I'm Tyler Lennon. We will see y'all next Friday night.